Has it gone live? Oh, there we are. Welcome, everyone, to the channel. It's Pommy and Oz. It's night 2. I had to bring a guest because Terry evidently is on the big bucks and he's going away to Asia. So I went through my filer decks. Do we still do them nowadays? I don't know. And I went first name I saw, Fiona. Bomber banter. So I called her. Got my pick one.
Why didn't you tell the people the truth? Why didn't you tell the people the truth?
Well, I did. I called you to say how good was the Essendon draft.
You went through your address book and you're like, all right, that person's got plans. That person's got plans. That person's got plans. Who's left? And then you came to me.
I didn't. You were the second person I called this morning behind Terry. I went and asked him, made sure he has a safe flight. So I'll have a co-host next year. And then I called you to talk about the Bombers and how exciting that was. So Fiona, tell the world, you must be a very happy Bomber girl.
Yes, well, hello everybody. Hello chat. Hello wonderful, my wonderful Carlton amigos and amigas. It was an absolutely epic night last night. Thank you so much. Was that to me or to Pommy? Yeah, definitely to Pommy. But I'll take a thank you anyway, because we had a great stream too. Big. We were very obviously heavily involved, but absolutely wrapped with our haul. I'm still not quite used to having a competent list manager. So is this what it feels like to have a competent list manager, people?
Well, I mean, we've got a lot in common, Carlton and Essendon, because both feel like they know what they're doing, which is quite nice, isn't it? It's a rare thing.
What is this world that we've stepped into? Hey, Terry, you're welcome. I'm keeping your seat warm. Don't worry, it'll be here when you get back. Have a great trip.
Hey, Fiona, we know shit's hit the fan if one day we're doing a joint stream for a Carlton Essendon grand final.
Wow. Imagine. Melbourne is not ready. Melbourne is not ready. Victoria, the AFL world is not ready for a good Essendon and a good Carlton at the same bloody time.
That'll be quite interesting, won't it? Because we've done an Essendon Carlton game together and we were on best. I wonder what me and you would be like Carlton Essendon in a grand final. Would we still keep that love and kindness for each other through the ultimate pressure?
I don't think so. I don't think I can be an opposition supporter in a grand final. Well, I'll pay $1 million if I have to just be sit by myself, nowhere near a Carlton or opposition supporter. But after that, I mean, if Essendon make a grand final, I tell you what, talk about Terry going off to Thailand or wherever he's going. I'm heading off to God knows where for who knows how long.
You're going to Italy, aren't you? Isn't that the plan?
Yes, that's true. My chat and all the plan is that we're obviously going straight to the hangar the next day, so to see the players get up on stage, and that's very convenient because then we're straight to Tullamarine Airport and we're off to Florence. Don't ask me how. Hey Sandra, I've got to hold on to something. I mean, you don't know the pain of being an Essendon supporter. It is the resilience is starting to just wean ever so slightly after our 12th loss in a row. After the 12th loss in a row last this year. Oof.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, the best grand final I've got to look forward to is the AFL draft. Is your KO started yet? Mine's still saying starting.
Soon.
We'll have a recap of last night. The draft board, if you're on the website, you'll be pleased to know if you follow my how-to guide and you do everything in order, it matches up with the real AFL. So well done, Pommy Maths. But a lot of teams got the players they wanted.
Sorry to interrupt, but just quietly, guys, I don't think you realise how lucky you are to have this ingenuity and this magic system that Pom has created. It is absolute chef's kiss. So continue, Pom.
Well, look, it took a while. This a bit of brain power went into it, but we had some drama, didn't we? We had the bids early, West Coast setting the scene, pissing off Carlton, pissing off Gold Coast.
Doing God's
as a Bomber fan and a team in obviously the lower half of the AFL draw, a team that was heavily affected by half of the top 10 not being able to be got by you, how did you see West Coast set the tone and make everyone else pay full value? Was that refreshing for you? Because obviously you're a team that is affected by these compromised drafts.
Yeah, I think West Coast had. I mean, obviously you expect them, and we predicted they'd have a great night. They're getting the two best kids in the country, arguably, but I think they absolutely had a terrific night. And any West Coast fan who's hating on what they did with their draft hand and how they played the whole night is just a hater, because if there's any Essendon West Coast fans in the chat, just you should be really happy. I thought they did God's work. I think we all of the clubs owe them a red wine or a beer, aside from the ones that they bid on. But I think they did really well, Pom. And then they ended up with my guy, Josh Lindsay. So we'll be watching him with extra eagerness next year. I just loved everything about Josh Lindsay, so I think they got a good one there.
Well, I agree with you, and thank you very much, Dale. And Juddy with a little bit of Zach Merritt banter. Good to start the show. But I agree with you a lot.
I think my brain has skimmed over that comment. Is it going to be sad?
Look, I'm a Carlton fan. I'm quite content with the Eagles. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I've been saying it ever since I've started this show 5 years ago. I hate father-sons and NGAs. I want teams to pay full price. So I'm not going to back out. But let's talk about your Bombers. Probably the surprise of the draft, I would say, because Richmond went their own way. You had the world was your oyster. And you got the boy in, didn't you, Sullivan Roby? I know all you Bombers heads were very excited about hopefully Sullivan Roby coming in. Talk to us, Fiona. This is probably the best draft I can remember Essendon doing since I've been here.
Yeah, look, I mean, after coming off an off-season, a trade period where the Hawthorn Trolls were absolutely up and about for Essendon people, now the Richmond Trolls are up and about for Essendon people, because they are sulking very heavily the fact that we absolutely nabbed Sullivan Roby. I think they were quietly upset that I don't know if they thought that they were getting him. They were convinced. And then their list management team. Were you shocked by what Richmond did actually, Pom?
Yes and no. I always thought we were going to see Sam Grill as a Richmond guy. I wasn't expecting them to go that way that early. I thought we might see a late trade in or a trade back. But I was pleasantly surprised that he was there for you guys, and even more surprised you took Farrow, because I said it on the live, Farrow and Roberts, that's box office off halfback line.
Yeah. The reason I was so in love with Josh Lindsay was his composure and ability to find space. I mean, you don't want him in a contested situation because he gets exposed, but we really lack that quality kicking outside of 50. We get ourselves into trouble and inevitably we get pressured and the ball turns over and it's a goal for the opposition, and they haven't even had to move too far up the ground because they're in their forward 50. So the prospect of a rebound, a really quality left kicker rebounding defender in Jacob Farrow is so exciting, to be honest. I was shocked that we picked him with number 10, purely because I was so attached to Dyson Sharp, and I thought that meant we'd miss out on Sharp. But clearly we have a very good list manager now, and they saw that Melbourne or even Hawthorn were keen on Jacob Farrow and took him with that pick 10. Hey, LS, how are you?
LS asks, who is the captain? Who are you team captain of?
The captain will be Andy McGrath moving forward, but I am team Nick Martin captain, and I'd be more than happy for Calders to be vice captain. I'm a huge Calders fan. We've got the badge, Peter Wright and Jai Caldwell, my two guys. But yeah, I mean, so long as it's handed over, I'll be happy. And I think naturally Andy McGrath will take it. He's the vice captain. He's the one who stood up in this entire saga for us, and he's worn a lot of the brunt of all the external noise. So he's the one for me.
I love it. I love it. I mean, you've got Dyson Sharp. Just give him captaincy. He's POM
I know.
certified.
He's ready. He's so ready.
Well, I mean, it's an exciting time now because both us, Carlton and Essendon, were quite close in the picks. We're going to be early on. We're going to be involved. We're going to start with North Melbourne. DD asking, I have got a feeling that, and to answer Biff's question as well as yours, yes, Carlton, if there is no bid, they've got list spots, we can take it. I have got a sneaky feeling that Carlton might look at a trade with pick 28. And I am going to call it now. I reckon if Jevon Phillipou is there, Uncle Stephen, he's going to give us a call. Uncle Stephen is going to give us a call.
Surely you're going to make life difficult, right? What are you going to do?
Oh, I've just got a feeling that I don't think Jevon gets past 29 or 30. So I feel like they've got to do it. So if he, I don't think North. Well, you never know. North need key defenders. So I mean, you can lock this. He's going to be a midfielder. But should they not go Blake Threadgold, pick 26? I reckon they are a chance. The Doggies have taken Jevon, but if he gets past there, he doesn't get any further. So I'd love to see a trade. I've got a sneaky feeling of what I would offer as well. That future second from North is pretty much a first rounder.
Yes, true.
I would say the future second for Saints future first because they don't have a second rounder. And we'll give them pick 28.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I reckon you're being a bit kind.
Look, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, Fiona. I'm willing. You know?
Fair enough. Can I ask, are there any North Melbourne supporters in this chat?
Thank you for the 10, Adrian. Welcome, mate. You were here all day yesterday. Yes, there is.
Because
there is big Johnny Bauer.
Hey, John, is somebody going to think of poor Toby Pink at some point? What is North Melbourne doing? I know we have to take the best kid at the pick. That's you get your pick, but man, they need to start drafting for their needs.
Well, look, apart from John and apart from the amazing Marnie, the rest are just paid actors.
Yeah, true.
you know what? I've got to say, I've got a few North Melbourne fans in my DMs. I've got a few North Melbourne fans in my DMs, and I've got to say, fast becoming one of my favourite fan bases to talk to, because they just give, they are actually genuinely some of the nicest people. Like I've got the wonderful Lauren as well, one of Marty's friends who like DM me because she's noticed the cheat code of my stories. That when I release a story with a soundtrack, the soundtrack is actually how I'm feeling, or it's a subtle message, and she's decoded what I'm really trying to say. So shout out Lauren. She's like one of the best people to talk to, but she's like DMs, and 90% of the time she understands what the subliminal message was. So I feel seen.
She's worked out the POM code to your inner soul.
Yeah, not many people realize that when I release a story, there'll be like the song, either the lyrics or the actual thing will be like a subtle message or a dig at something, and she's managed to work out the code.
Like I don't know if I should feel like North Melbourne had a really quiet trade period, and now it feels like they're having such a quiet draft period. Like they didn't even. It's weird to not have North Melbourne featuring in the top 10 of a draft. And I say that respectfully, but I don't know if is this a sleeping giant situation? Are they just going to go bang next year?
Oh, you know what? I think North have got a real talented list. It feels like it's missing glue though, doesn't it?
It's missing some Toby Pink help. That's what it's missing. But yeah, glue, defenders.
Glue got with Pink. Here we are. This is going to be a big test now. Greg Swan is on the TV. If you watched yesterday, I had a little bit of a pot shot at him, saying that he looks like the kind of guy that only maintains an erection when he looks in the mirror. So it's a big test for him. Can he do what Laura Kane did last year and just shut up and just get it on with it? Or is he going to delay it out? This is a huge test here.
Hey,
Huge
Terry,
test.
I don't think he's gone out in public, Tez. I'd be shocked.
Yeah,
I would be
probably
utterly
scared of you.
Yeah, I'm not me. I think he's scared his client's going to ask for a refund and compensation.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, old Zach Merritt, eh? I'm gutted you didn't get Zach Merritt to give out the Guernseys to the young kids.
Are you trying to rile me up? Are you baiting me here?
I just thought, like, if I was in charge of Essendon, I would put him everywhere publicly so he feels incredibly awkward. Like, that would,
oh, I see. No,
that would
Zach
be my
Merritt
sinister thing.
Zach Merritt historically doesn't do any of that kind of thing. It's Andy McGrath, every time, all the time. You could be Zach Max, man. I don't think he could handle me. I'm gonna just say that. Yes.
Well, evidently they are about to do a pick, which is 1 minute and 30. That's a record. We are expecting Blake Threadgold here. If
why is doing... Are you on KO? I still have
I
starting
am indeed
soon.
on KO. I had to go back and come back because it didn't say it was ready, and then it said it was started 25 minutes ago. So cheers,
great.
KO.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're taking this presentation very seriously.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm paying what $50 a month for this shit.
Yeah. You know what? I forgot to actually pay the subs, and I just left the money in my account, so it was actually a pleasant surprise.
Oh, very good.
But here we are. It should be Blake Threadgold. If it's not,
they're drunk.
Can I just say, if it's Oliver Greaves, I will laugh.
I wish we need to talk about Oliver Greaves. Actually, like I was, my mail was that was Hawthorn bound, but they kept dropping down the order, and I thought, what are they doing here?
Yeah, well, I mean, Greaves is going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be really interesting what they do because he was wanted by Hawks, wanted by Geelong. Blake Threadgold.
Hallelujah. Well done.
There you are. So North Melbourne get their man, the lanky, Sturt key defender, intercept genius, very strong one-on-one, probably higher rated than 26, but great acquisition. And your mate, Toby Pink, has a mate now.
Pour yourself a glass of wine, Toby. If you're watching, of course you're watching. Everyone watches Pommy and Oz. That's a good choice. I mean, maybe they had insight. Is that how these things work, Pom? Are they still kind of having conversations with each other and North Melbourne kind of had a feeling that he was going to drop, or that maybe they kind of looked at each team's list and thought, all right, well, this team probably doesn't need a key defender. This team, doesn't need a key defender, so he might drop. Do you think that's what's happened?
Well, I mean, I was surprised they traded up, but I mean, it worked out pretty well. I do like the acquisition. I like their first pick. Did I agree with the position? Probably not, but talent is talent. The fact they've got Blake Threadgold now, I think it's gone from like a C to a A-, their ranking.
Wow, that's a pretty good draft period then. A-, that's a good mark.
So
but if they're A-, what's West Coast get?
West Coast. You see, I would say West Coast would have been an A-, but they traded that future second to move up one pick, which that really worried me. That future second, I thought they overpaid when they did that deal.
Why is that?
I personally wouldn't have given the future second just to trade up one pick and then blitz other teams. So that's my one reservation, because no offense to Eagles, they're bottom 2 next year, so that's technically pick 20.
True. Yeah,
I think that's a lot that they paid for that, but
well, yeah, congrats,
it did please you because you're a Hawthorn fan. That's why.
Oh, hey, Double Dummy, how are you?
Like that would have pleased me as well if they'd done that with us as well. I would have been chuffed as well. I mean, if someone wants to, who else is bottom 2 next year? Bottom 3, bottom 4. Like if Port want to give us a future second, I'll give them 28.
Is Threadgold ready to go? Can he play round one, Paul?
Yeah, I think Threadgold won't be far off. I think especially if you play him in that third position, so you let Toby Pink take the big gorilla. I think he could definitely start. Good ball user as well. Very quick. So, I mean, no offence to North. I think he's already in the upper echelon of their midfielders. You play him with Comden and big Toby Pink. Threadgold's going to get the medium-sized guy. I think he'll do very well.
Yeah, so long as he doesn't have to take that, the head role and play on the biggest, baddest, key forwards. That's what you want. But does Toby Pink and are they effectively taking the big key forwards? Do you want them in an ideal world? Do you want them taking the big key forwards? Probably not.
Look, my boy's in chat are Touche, and he famously took the piss out of Toby Pink before we played them.
That fan cams. No, it was after. It was that night. That fan cams. That is my favourite Touche moment. I have rewatched that moment with him and Terry. It is pure comedy gold. Carlton people, you are so lucky to have that moment. Very funny.
And genuinely, ever since then, look, I had my Touche moment against Port Adelaide a few years ago. I was sat with Terry. Terry said that Port Adelaide were a serious football side. And I took the piss and said, come on, Peter Laddams isn't even a real ruckman. And Peter Laddams, that game turned into like prime Dean Cox. Like he had like 40 hit outs, 3 goals. Worst thing you've ever seen. Like, honestly. So I don't do it anymore. But Western
did you say that on air? Was that live?
Yeah. I was on a live, yeah. And like literally 2 hours later, the guy was the best. But Dogs picks in. We don't expect them to bid on Carlton because obviously Nick Austin is still best mates with half their list team. Let's see who it is. Could be Noah Hibbins-Hargraves. Is it Jevon Philippou?
Oh, wouldn't you love that?
Stop these interviews, man. Like, we get it.
Would you love that if they went Philippou? Blake. Oh, no.
Oh, Louis Emmett, the big ruck forward, and old Teresa will be happy there because I said wherever Emmett is, you've probably got a chance of a bid on Zach McCarthy, their NGA, but they haven't done it. They've been fair, but a very underrated ruckman here. I'd say the best way to describe Louis Emmett is Cooper Duff Tyler Light. Very similar type of player, works hard. Up the ground, links up, decent ruck as well, showed them signs, but has forward craft. So interesting this. He's going to learn off probably the prototype player in Tim English. So just shows how old Tim English is getting, that he's now the daddy of that ruck group. Crazy when you think a couple of years ago, Stephen Martin was there helping.
Yeah. They've got some tall boys now.
Hey, Fiona. Carlton on the clock.
Oh, here we go.
I would love them to say Archie Ludovic, but there is some names on there that are turning me on, like Noah Hibbins-Hargraves. I'm a sucker for a guy that doesn't know if your dad or your mum is your favourite, so I love a hyphen. Chat are saying the same thing as me. I wouldn't mind a Tyler Williams or a Max King bid. Like pay everyone back.
Go a Max King bid. I hope they do.
Do you know what I mean? Just be a dickhead. Like,
yes, West Coast did it multiple times.
Yeah, you did it to us, so I'm going to do it to you. And like, who cares? Who cares? Because like, we're going to use this bid, and because we bid, Eagles wouldn't be able to pay us back. Mate, if you want to follow along here, and if you go on our community post, you'll see how to catch it up to what we're doing as well. Thank you very much, Teresa, my darling. Much love to you. So
it's just if the teams don't match and then you're stuck with the pick and your spike bid.
Yeah, that's my problem. Tyler Williams, if they said yes, you can have him. I love Tyler Williams, but I feel like we have a lot of small forwards like Tyler Williams.
Yeah.
Max King, I wouldn't mind. I could find a reason to use Max King,
That's why I said bid on Max King, because I'd be happy, more than happy to be with him, to be left with him if you had to.
Oh, they're on the phone. Go on, Nick. Call Sauce. Say, Uncle Pom said he'll do you a deal. Good price.
Check your phone. He could be calling you.
Pardon?
Check your phone. He could be calling you, Pom.
How good would that be? You're right, Nick. How you doing, mate? Yeah. Call Sauce. Can I just say, if we can get a decent future second, or at best a future first, I would be excited. I hope. I reckon if we bid, I reckon we're bidding to buy time. If we bid
to do what? Time for what?
Just to buy an extra 5 minutes to get the pick going. But
right,
let's have a look. People are saying the Suns. I would say, you see, the Suns makes me a little bit scared if that's what they've said. Because if you look at the future picks, Gold Coast have sweet end of football next year. All right, trade with the Suns.
Yep. So the Suns have to do the time that's left. They don't get to start back up at 5?
No, only if you do a bid match. That's why I said if you did a bid match, we'd be all right. So we've got the trade. Does anyone know what that trade is? Oh, wait, here we are. Oh, my God, we got a second rounder. God, it should be illegal, this game. But there we are.
It's some nice trading. Future.
Oh, I traded that with Adelaide. What an idiot.
So what's that going to be? What's that going to be, do you think, chat, next year? Where are the Suns finishing?
Probably top 4, so it's loose change.
Yeah. So is this for the purpose of points?
Well, no, I think they've got a player and it gets them just in because Gold Coast have still got list spots to play with. So
yeah. Who's going to be the Ison?
I think the Ison bid will come Geelong again, but this is going to be interesting here. Pick is in. My Tasmanian friend Avery Thomas. Avery Thomas, that awkward mid-sized defender, got a nice little bit of pace, good ball user, and as we always know with Tasmanians, no one likes them, so no one bids on them. But one of the guys that I had, one of the Poms to watch in the draft, in the draft season, very, very quick. Probably not as good as your Jacob Farrows and your Dylan Pattersons of the world, but very similar type player to Dylan Patterson. Probably just a couple of rungs down, but that's a great acquisition for Gold Coast. Interesting that Gold Coast have recruited 2 clones to players that they have in John Noble and Danny Rioli. Very interesting that they've
maybe planning for the future.
Yeah, it's quite interesting that they've got 2 baby versions of them, which I really like. But I could see Avery Thomas long-term playing in the midfield. I think he could be a midfielder, so that could be intriguing.
It's got the build, definitely.
So people asking why would Carlton trade that? Quite simply that in this pool now, I don't think there's anyone that Carlton want, maybe aside from Archie Ludowick. So that would allude to me that I think with Emmett being taken there, Ludowick's probably going to slide. Carlton's next pick now is what, 30-something? Yeah, 38. So from now, technically, Carlton are just losing the next pick, right? So that's why they've traded. They've got an extra second in. So that's probably anywhere from 500 points next year. So that helps. Every little helps. So you only take players if you want them. So the big thing here for people to get into their head, just because we're in pick 29, doesn't mean that there is 29 good players and you're getting the 29th best. Because look at Geelong. They got Lawson Humphreys, who was ranked 65 in his draft year. If you've recruited and you know who you want, that's a good player. So you've got to think of it, it's very long term. So, no, I think you'll get Ison. I think you'll get another one. But I would say whoever Nick Austin and Davis have allocated an aggressor, they don't think he's going to be taken from now till that pick in the 40s. Because whatever happens now, we just lose 38 at the worst case scenario. We're coming up to that 36 mark. So pretty simple stuff. Like, so you need to get out of the head. I know a lot of YouTubers and social media people have said, oh, you need to keep 9 and 11. If you kept 9 and 11, you would have had 30 and 34, right? So you haven't gained anything and you have no future second. So you've got to look at points are more important. So just the best way to think of it, in a Carlton way, if Pom panics because he understands maths, then you panic. If Pom doesn't panic, don't worry about it because I understand maths.
That's a really good equation and life rule. Actually, that's a life rule. If I ring you with a problem and you panic, then I'm generally going to panic. But if you're pretty calm and you're like, that kind of settles my brain demon down. So that's a good life rule, people.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, and what you've got to look at it is it's irregardless of where they finish next year, right? So if you look at it with Carlton's next year, Carlton are going to finish, let's just say it's pick 10 and pick 11, Sydney and Carlton. They've also got Norths, let's say that's 24. Give them a bold. Let's say Gold Coast finish top 4, so that's going to be pick 32. All them picks there guarantee you Cody Walker and probably a second bite at the cherry. So potentially then Carlton will get a top 3 and a top 30 talent, which will be insane dependent on where we finish. So that could be huge. So it's going to be exciting.
It's so hard to get a read on where Carlton are going to finish. Like, I literally have no idea where Carlton could finish. Like, does a Kerno-less Carlton? There's a realm where a Kerno-less Carlton finishes higher than they did this year.
What about? I mean, look, if we win a flag, all right. John,
all right,
so if it is 2 picks, you've got to remember you've got to trade up. So Carlton will be trading up. Like, if you only have 2 picks now, you're never going to trade up next year. The value next year is going to be so high. Every year we've had a rule change on points. The price is mental. Is mental.
Bugs
so here we are.
Half the competition are going to finish higher than Essendon. It's okay. But I'm just finding it hard to get a read on where Carlton are going to finish. It could be anywhere.
That is an insane pick. That is outrageous. Samuel Allen. So this guy here was someone that at the start of the year, if you watch like his first couple of games in the Coates League, people were talking about him as a potentially a top 10 player. Then he got a real nagging ACL injury and we didn't see him. But this guy was tearing it up. There was a lot of Ed Allen in how he played in the terms of how his season was starting, coming from nowhere, looking really, really strong. And then he absolutely flew out the blocks, got the ACL. So this is a great pick by the Eagles. When you look at Eagles' acquisitions now, Cooper Duff-Tytler, Josh Lindsay, Will Dersma, you would say that they're in a real good position. So strong effort. Really like that from the Eagles.
Yeah, me too. He was kind of. I think he would have been a good fit at Essendon too, if we had a later pick.
Yeah, well, I think you're the same as the Eagles in the terms of you've done so well with your early picks now that this next pick you could do whatever you need to. Like you could take a punt. So like you look at the Eagles, like their next pick's in 5 picks time. Like now's the time you take a punt and have a go and have a crack at who you want. Like Essendon's your next pick. Like sky's the limit. Take the biggest risk, the biggest ceiling player, and I think that's what Eagles are doing.
I'm hoping.
Don't mind this from you, Juddy. Tell you what, an upgrade on Clayton Oliver long term. Don't mind it. I do hope someone bids on Max fucking King though.
Why?
Well, I'm just shocked. That they are. David, yeah, last night there was quite a few that I didn't like. So far, we've gone pretty well. So far. Stay tuned. There's some serial bad pickers picking soon.
I'm trying not to. It's hard not to get caught in the, these kids look like they're going to be stars, because we say that every year, and then you look at the D-list of each team each year, and you're like, pretty sure I said that kid was going to be a star. Oops. So that it's hard. We get seduced, don't we? We get seduced by these kids.
We do, indeed. We do. I do actually think Thomas Matthews is in there. Look, there he is. Look at that. How sophisticated Pom's system is. We've even got big Tommy Matthews in, but Tommy Matthews comes in to Melbourne Football Club. And Melbourne Football Club, there he is, Mr. Tim Lamb, the man himself. Often does this in the AFL drafts, in the terms of he takes a player that isn't really fancied, but they've looked at what he does. So very, very small forward Melbourne style type player. More pressure-based, real physical in that aspect. Runs all day, big engine. And probably something that when you hear what King has said since coming in, he wants to change the way Melbourne play. So Melbourne are a very slow midfield contested side, as opposed to a quick all-round pressure game. For King to bring that in, he's going to have to change the way the dynamics of the Smalls play. So I could see, do you remember Poppy and Rioli when they used to play for Hawthorn? One of them did the leg work, the other one did the sex work. Yeah. That's what Pickett now can do. Pickett can now just have a bit of fun, and hopefully long term, this guy, Tommy Matthews, can be that real pressure-based magnet. So like that.
This is poor by Fox. I'm sorry, but as if you don't have a graphic and a profile for him.
Yeah, we had a profile.
Very poor.
Look, Uncle Pom, let's just get rid of Tom Matthews so we can see the profile. Look, just so you know.
I mean, this is how long have they been planning for this? And there's not a graphic for him.
We had a profile. Don't worry, AFL and Fox. We had a profile for him. Don't worry.
Please, Tigers, please don't take Kickett. I really want to take.
Can I just say, I'm going to say this now. So far, if I had a power rankings of who won the draft, right, at this stage, it would be Essendon without a shadow of a doubt. I know you can't win the draft, but let's just play a game. If you can win a draft.
I prefer to win a premiership rather than the draft every year, but yeah, continue.
Do you know what I mean? If they pick at this stage Sam Grill, I mean, if they pick Noah Hibbins-Hargraves, that is a huge win. I reckon that they might be able to do it.
Who, Essendon?
Yeah.
Really?
I think they might have the best. They might have the best draft. Good spot as well. I accidentally pressed Phillips. Thanks. But yeah, I think Richmond go just close to where you are if this is Noah Hibbins-Hargraves.
Is it quite amazing that he slid this far?
You see, I think what you've seen at the minute, right?
Yeah.
What you've seen at the minute is in the AFL, we have a real allergicness to what, when you're a professional, we fall in love with. So Noah Hibbins-Hargraves is the kind of guy that if he did what he did in the juniors in the AFL, we'd all be talking about potentially the best player in the league in the terms of he is so dynamic, red time specialist. When the chips are down, bang, 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 goal, goal, goal. But when he's a junior, it's like, oh, he's not good enough though. Them quiet moments, he goes missing. We hate it. The same with Josh Lindsay. If Josh Lindsay was an AFL player, some people would be talking about he's the best halfback in the league. Bar none. But because he didn't do well in the midfield, everyone's like, oh, but he's one-dimensional. So it happens in the draft. I would say Ollie Greaves, Landy from Eastern Ranges, and Noah Hibbins-Hargraves are three of the most underrated in this draft. And Archie Ludowick, who's been my big boy all year.
Yeah, Ludowick. Yeah.
Like, because he had his PCL, everyone's fallen out of love with him. But first 6 weeks of the year was the best key forward by a mile.
Yeah,
it's recency bias. Epic.
Oh, no.
Here we are, Richmond.
I don't know. I think right now, I think Essendon needs speed, and I think Tigers are going to take Kickett.
Can I just say I hate the Tigers? Why do the Tigers keep taking people that I like?
Zane
Pueka, so the Woodville Torrens boy. If you remember when we talked about South Australia last year, very, very quick, good pressure, has the ability to kick an absolute insane goal and can also kick round the corner on both feet, which is rare. If you watched him in the South Australian team, though, South Australia, they were the consummate team to steal from because of their ability to just spread the load. And Pueka will sit into that team next door to players like Seth Campbell. That's going to be a real strong forward line. That's a good team building one there. Fox have got him 94. I think we had him 45 or something. So kind of surprised that Fox don't like him, but great player. And Collingwood are on the clock now.
Welcome to the party, Collingwood. Welcome. You're a night late, but you turned up just in time. Who's Collingwood taking?
Can I just say, if it is Ollie Greaves, that's insane. But part of me just thinks, I am McRae. I like some sexy, don't I? Noah Hibbins-Hargraves has got literally Collingwood written all over him.
Yeah. I think so. I don't know. Greaves doesn't feel like a fit to Collingwood for mine.
It's a posh name, though, isn't it, for a Collingwood team? Like you would like. Maybe this is the English in me, but to have a hyphenated name, your daddy has spent a lot of money on your trust fund, right? So that he's managed to pay through the divorce. He's managed to pay to keep his surname in there on the hyphenate. That's what I think when I say a hyphen name. Daddy's still around, but you're like mum. It doesn't sound right, does it? Like, Ollie Greaves sounds like a Collingwood player, doesn't he? Like, bit tough, physical.
It doesn't feel like he fits, doesn't he? But Geelong could still take, if they don't take, will Geelong take Greaves if Pies don't with their next pick? Because
I mean, you'd imagine, yeah, because their medal's named after him, isn't it?
Yeah, and the Kaji, yeah, he won their first he was their first Brownlow medalist.
He was indeed. He was. So I mean, it's interesting. So Collingwood, yeah, I mean, they've got some great options here. Like, I'd love. You know what I do think? I think Collingwood might put a bid in for Max King though. Here, Collingwood have got previous of doing that, and we talked about this on this very stream last year. NGAs around this stage, remember they get 84 points deduction, so you don't pay 10% now, you pay minus 84 points. So that's quite cheap. It's going to be about 329 points to match. So that's anything from 35 down. But this is a good start to try and steal these players.
Oh, yeah.
Bidding on call. They've bid. If you bid on Ison, Teresa, that is the end of our beautiful friendship.
But this is around where you thought he'd be bid on, right? Is this what you expect?
Well, to me, it makes sense. When you watch Collingwood, they know that the guys who are at academies are about 5 years ahead mentally than anyone else. So, massive. Ison is locked away now. Now it's got past this stage, Carlton are basically just giving up their next pick. If it gets past 36, Carlton just kill their next pick anyway. So anyone worried about Jack Ison, put that worry away, and we'll talk about maths to Carlton fans next year. Hello, Sean. How's lesson planning going? How's the placement? Hope you're doing well, mate. Here we go. Lepic looks like very intelligent there, doesn't he? Like he doesn't look the hard man.
And just Craig McRae just standing there in the back, having a cheeky look. They look very relaxed.
You know what? You know everyone says that Craig McRae, like, he's nice. He looks like he sends the most acidic texts if you're mean to him.
Yeah.
I reckon he could send you a text that makes you cry.
Yeah, it's always the quiet ones, isn't it? The ones with the kind faces that look like that butter wouldn't melt.
James, why would Carlton trade it out? Okay, let's play a game, right? I've got a bag of shit in my garden, horse manure, but you don't have a garden. You've got the money to buy it, but you haven't got the garden. I'll just sell you it for $500 and you will just pay it. But in short, there is no reason buying something and purchasing something just because you've got the money. You purchase what you need. So I would say Carlton have looked and said a future second is very good trade tools next year to trade up. And also, you don't just pick someone because you want to. You pick someone because you need them. So there you go. That's in short. Who is it? Please be Max. Why are we taking so long? Just tell me who it is. Why have we started getting secretive of who the bids are?
Oh, I'm kind of over now the drama. Like the drama had its time in the sun.
It's like fucking Emmerdale.
Yeah, I'm done with the drama, AFL. Let's get on with this shit.
Who?
Ty and Print.
Oh, you dirty dogs. Ty and Printable. And they don't match. So Ty and Printable, I really, really do like. He was a guy that, I don't know if my boy's in here, my Brisbane boy, we were talking about the Printable and would he get a bid, would he slide? Travis, I don't know if you're in here, mate, but this guy here is a very underrated player, played a boatload. You did, Trav. Great call, mate. You mentioned that you didn't think they'd match. This guy here played a lot of VFL football, and he really suits that kind of Ned Long approach that Collingwood would like to build. Bit of physicality in there, a guy that protects his midfield. So that is a fantastic acquisition that suits what McRae is. Surprised they didn't go the Max King route as well, but I really do like that bid from them. And you know what? When you're a team like Brisbane, the best in the land on and off the field, you can let players like Printable go. So that's very, very good business for them.
It must be nice.
It must be Trav, it must be nice, mate. 2 flags in a row. A boatload of kids coming through.
We're all Essendon supporters are like, oh, we had to pass on Swade. We're dying. Like, and Brisbane are just like, yeah, we don't need any more quality. You can have this one.
So this is going to be interesting, this. Why did we pass on taking Ludovic? Probably because Ludovic's not going to be counting a planning that he won't be taken by the next 38 pick. So that's probably why. And that's if Carlton want them. But this is going to be fascinating now. Geelong. So Geelong were the team we thought were going to bid on Ison. They have got previous. There's some good players, though. This should be an Ollie Greaves straight away, surely. I don't think it's a bid because they're not looking dickheady, and usually Mackie, when he has a bid. Hunter Holmes, Max's brother, and you know what? I'm not a big fan of comparisons, but he is very like Max, and we're probably going to be in a horrible situation that they've got 2 Max Holmes running around. Which is going to be heartbreaking.
Oh, I mean, even if he was a dud, they're just going to turn him into a star, right? So didn't Harley Barker sleep the best out of all the draftees last night? Like, it must be nice. He's just got so much happiness in his future, doesn't he? Like, it must have just been a nice old sleep, like, for him.
Look, a lot of these wingers, haven't they? They've slid, haven't they? Like, or risen massively, like Hunter Holmes. But Barker, like you say, that ACL, everyone fell out of love with him. Hunter Holmes has kind of just gone under the radar with how he's good. And I always think it's funny. Have you noticed all the brothers this year have got like a negative feedback? Like Will Dersma, but Xavier's not all Australian. Zane's not all Australian. Hunter Holmes, people have forgot about him because of his brother Max. It's weird, isn't it, with the brothers that people just aren't giving that love.
I mean, they've got they're under the comparison of the siblings, so
it's fascinating, isn't it? Because we've got pick 38 and pick 44. Carlton's picks are.
Apparently, we're lagging, Pom.
Are we?
Apparently, that's what we're seeing. Hey, Ardingale, hope you're well.
Yeah, we're on pick 34 as well.
Yeah, 34.
They're tricking me, LS. They're tricking me. You can't do that to me. Come on, I'm getting old and I get upset. But here we are, Eagles. So Eagles have got picks to play with. Eagles have taken Sammy Allen. They've taken the risk factor. They've got Josh Lindsay. They've obviously got CDT and Mr. Dersma. They could do the hilarious thing right now and go hard and start pissing everyone off.
I mean, they set the time last night. Just continue, West Coast.
Well, you're an interesting place because your pick is the last pick that it really affects any team, the bid. Because after that, once you're into the 36 after, it's just next bid. So it doesn't matter if you've got pick 99 and the bid's at 37. It's just the next pick. You're almost at next pick.
Isn't it pick 38 after pick 38 that happens?
So you know what? It's what? It's 18, 1 to 18, 19 to 36. So 37 is the first one.
Okay. So
Do it in blocks of 18s.
Yeah, I mean, look, I did not expect for there to be such an array to pick from by this pick. I really didn't.
Bevton, thank you very much. Who are you? Who are you? Have we picked any forwards? Who is you?
Who is we? Who's picked a forward so far?
So, yeah, I've got 130, 129, 128, 127, 126, 125. What's taking them so long? From last time, I did a bit of research last night, chat. The second round was 2 hours. The first round took an hour. And then the next 3 rounds took an hour. So they'll delay it for an hour. We'll get to about pick 50. And then they'll just go bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, okay. That's great. Let's hope. Because, the drama was all good and fine last night, especially the top 10. But now I'm well and truly over it. Let's get this shit done.
Well, it's quite funny because if you watch my mock draft, I managed to knock out my mock draft in 11 minutes.
Hey, Pom, you know the mock draft night that you did with all the lads? Did you look back today and see how many everyone got right?
I didn't actually. No, I try not to because sometimes you can depress yourself. I mean, the good thing about doing YouTube, as you know, is people are very quick to tell you when you're wrong and very slow to tell you when you're right.
After 6 months in the game, I am finding that out very quickly. And it certainly tests your love of continuing to do this. But I think I'm locked in now.
That is a big trade. Right, what have we got? Hawks West. So we've got what? Pick 34 for 52. Third
26.
from 2023. And 2027.
Yeah.
So Hawthorn now. Is this Ollie Greaves chat?
Yeah, has to be.
Hey, much love, Adam. Tell you what, this could be really beautiful for Hawthorn here because they've managed to get Sherbert Nairn trade. They've got a boatload of seconds in. They've got Arsenal next year to trade up and play the game. Let's see who they go here. But it's obviously
I'm going to turn away. I'm going to turn away from the screen, Pom, because this is triggering seeing that face.
Jack Dalton, Sandy Dragons boy, and a team that usually makes up 90% of the draft hasn't been much fancied this year. But Jackie Dalton is someone that, if you watched the video I had to do with Felix, where Felix had to pick team players that weren't in the top 20, Dalton was one of them guys. And I reckon if Sandringham had won the flag, the juniors, he would have been quite higher up. It seems to be a little bit of a tax for not doing it, but very mobile, undersized, but works incredibly hard. Great ball use as well. Works overtime and kind of player that I think Sam Mitchell will relish working with. Yeah, Moontide. Which team is you? If it's Carlton at the minute haven't picked. Carlton have just had one player. Carlton have just had Dean. and we've traded in for a future second. We're about to come up in 3 picks' time.
Yeah, I reckon. Hey, Mac, I reckon Ollie Greaves is sitting there feeling not great about himself. Definitely.
Well, I mean, Sydney now are in an intriguing position because Sydney, basically now everyone's just looking at Essendon and saying, please don't be a dickhead, Essendon. But after that, the draft is fairly home and hosed. Essendon have got a lot of picks to use. Obviously, they've ignored 2 of their guys. They've got some really nice, tasty prospects on here. So I know, Kai, you're in the chat. You're a huge man, aren't you, on Backman and wanting someone tall? It'll be interesting who they go here. Heatherton would be an option, but let's see who they go. Jeven Philippo. You know what absolutely kills me there?
Wow. St Kilda fans, I'm so sorry.
I can't think of a better player at Sydney with the way that they develop players. Because he's just going to be that type of guy that just hits the ground running for them. All the negatives about it, he is literally the type of player that will just go from strength to strength to strength. Injured at the start of the year, which knocked his exposure. He's come back into the Sandful, though, and played very well. Very like his brother. I'd say the big difference between him and his brother is, I'd say, Philippo Jr. beats them with class, where Philippo Senior beats them with brute strength and ignorance. So very similar type of players there. So that's going to be a huge get. And Sydney are going to do very well with him.
Your best buddy is not going to be happy with that, Uncle Stephen.
He won't be. Hopefully Jake's going to be crying. I did offer Jake a pick. I did offer Jake a future first for a second. But he's never got back to me. Tried to do the deal first, Stephen. But here we are, Essendon.
I really want some speed. No, we don't. No. We don't want Greaves. Nah. We've got enough mids now. I want kick it because I think we need speed now. We took
Neon.
Kick it or right maybe. But then, as you said, there's a very tasty Hibbins Hargreaves there as well.
There's a lot of players there that are good, aren't they? I mean, now at this stage, you'd imagine I can't see Essendon bidding in the terms of that. I think Matt Rosa is trying to get away from that old Essendon approach, isn't he? Of trying to be more, we're a business, we're not. Because Dodoro used to just do it to piss teams off, didn't it? I feel like he's more of a. Yeah, I feel like Rosa would do it if he wanted the player, not just to be a dickhead.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Like if this was Dodoro, he would just go Ison, McCarthy.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be so happy with Hibbins Hargreaves, definitely. They look pretty.
You know what? This is going to be an intriguing one. What you guys do? Part of me, just for the culture, is do Ollie Greaves because Hawthorn complained to the AFL that he wasn't in their NGA.
I mean, that would be old Essendon, but I would froth a bit of that petulance, definitely.
And then you can go to Hawthorn next year and say, look, we want 4 firsts for merit, and we'll throw in Greaves.
Yeah, we'll throw him in. Isn't that how it's done? We'll just throw in a... Oh, don't get me started. Why do you keep throwing out the line? It's my fault because I've taken the bait, right? All right, pick is in. Who we got? Who's the latest member of the family?
Oh, Gondi Giannis. Big Greek. You know what? Who will be very excited about this? Our big friend, both of our friends, Mr. Felix. Felix absolutely loves him just because of his ability to intercept. If you go back and watch that video with me and Felix, he gave him probably the biggest G up in the world, saying that he had him incredibly high up in the draft, just at his interceptability. So that is really exciting to see him come in because You know what? I do actually think that's probably an area that you probably do lack, isn't it? That medium-sized intercept, like a strong interceptor. It looks like you've really tried to rejuvenate that back line over the last couple of years. Got Robertson, Farrow. Now you've got Big Max. You're looking for that massive, like trying to change the dimensions of that.
I'm just going to say right now that this kid is just going to be known as Max. Now, I'm not going to even attempt to say that surname in a heated, fast, quick moment because that just does not roll off the tongue. So, Max, welcome to the Bombers. Welcome to the family. I really thought we needed to take some speed with this pick because, especially in our half forward line, people keep saying to me, Pom, but you got Kako. Well, Kako is one man. He cannot do it all. He needs some help. We have no other arsenal down there when it comes to, ground ball efforts. Kako can't do it all, and half our team spend their life in the injury clinic in the physio clinic at the moment. So what if something happens to Kako?
Hey, look,
I'm not sure about this.
It'll be fine.
I know we need I think next year we need to stock up on tall defenders, but I'm not sure about this pick for us.
I genuinely do like it. I think that the back line is built. The game is built from the back line. I mean, I do want to have an attempt at his name. Let's have a go, right? Kondogiannis. How am I? I know I've got a lot of Greeks in here. Kondogiannis. I know the last bit's Giannis. It's the first bit.
Oh, well, congrats. You got that one. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, well, look. I will tell you, look, as a Pom, right, if your name's not like fucking Fiona, 2 syllables, we're screwed.
That's right.
Why do you think English people call their kids Dave, Liam, Bob? Like, something simple.
So many generalizations. Yeah, Kondogiannis. I think the D is silent, definitely. I don't know about the position.
Kondogiannis.
Kondogiannis.
That sounded good.
Kondogiannis. All right, so the G is silent. Gotcha. All right, well, that's easy now. I don't know about
good. Like, I imagine that in like a female voice, someone saying Kondogiannis, and I shuddered a little bit. So
how tall is he, Pom?
What?
How tall is he, Pom?
He's a giant. I believe, from memory, he's 196. Let me just check that out.
Okay.
190, 192, according to CD. So I gave him 4 centimeters.
Yeah. See that again. I know our list needs. We're in our upgrade era across the board in terms of our list. So I'm all for that. But I think, I don't know. I just worry now about our pace. A bit like what Carlton were this year. And you've gone out now and you've added pace across the board, especially through that forward midfield. So now I'm worried about our ability. At the mids we got last night, they're not speedy. They're endurance, power-based mids / half forward. So, and I know Farrow is a decent runner, and he's got those long, beautiful gliding legs. But I don't know, a small forward brigade, especially because we passed up on Swade, and he was in that echelon. Now I don't think anybody's bidding on Alechka, right? We'll get him as a Cat B.
No, I think you're going to be lucky with him. I agree with you, but I always say this: the ball moves. You've got to get the ball movement right before you get the pace. So
true.
I actually really like what you're doing there because, like, I look at your back line outside of Redmond.
Yeah,
I don't see anyone taking the game on in that medium-sized area. So I think adding the big Greek long term could be really exciting. I can see Farrow playing midfield like Will Day 2.0. So I can see that the pace you can buy, right? And for his size, he's incredibly quick as well. So he's going to be that kind of attacking, dynamic player. I understand, though, the midfield probably needs more foot speed, but they're easy to find. Quickness is easy to find. Footballers are hard.
I'm talking about speed in the forward half, though. So representation when that ball hits the ground. Right now, we're relying on, like, and no disrespect to Matt Guelphy, serviceable, but we're relying on Matt Guelphy and Kako. And Kako's pushing through the midfield and showing his skills through the midfield, which leaves the forward line with not much there. So that's forward of the ball.
You know what you need to do, Fiona? You just need to tell Guelphy that if he just the forward, if you just tell Guelphy that the forward line basically is 3 a.m. at Rebs and he hasn't pulled yet, you watch him put some pace on. He'll get the job done.
I'm not going to take that bait, Pom, and I'm just going to say that we need some pace. And look, there are alternatives, and there's the rookie draft and SSP, and I know we're looking at what's Revs.
Well, I mean, here we are talking about teams who are plodders. Collingwood is certainly no shit. What, you can buy Rebs? Oh, I'll tell you what, we need to get a consortium to buy Rebs. Like, come on, there must be enough of us if we all chip in. I would love to own Rebs. But anyway, don't get me sidetracked.
How much is that setting us back? Is the money from this stream? Could we get it from the money from this stream?
Mate, can you imagine Rebs under POM management? That'd be amazing. But Collingwood on the clock now. This is fascinating now. So Collingwood, this is the best case. So remember, as some of you said in the chat, at this stage of the draft now, it is just next pick. So if you've got pick 99 and a bid is now, and pick 99 is your next pick, that's all that matters. Collingwood, though, they've got Tyan Printable through the door. Some very talented players on. Bidding now becomes more of a just piss people off game. But this could be huge. Ollie Greaves here, that would be intriguing. Collingwood building that midfield up. I don't think Collingwood have a natural physical midfielder. And Ollie Greaves' goal-kicking ability to the back end of last year kind of intrigues me. Knowing him and Hargraves keeps saying it. I think he could be a Collingwood player. This could be intriguing. But I'm very excited, intrigued what they do. Because I think Noah Hibbins-Hargraves is like a taller Harry D. Mattia. Ollie Greaves, though, I don't think there is a natural Collingwood Ollie Greaves in that list.
Hey, excuse me, Justin. Would you like me just to be a cheerleader and tell you that that Essendon is great and that we've won the draft for another year and that we're going to win the grand? We're not going to win a grand final, but we're going to win. We're going to win the draft again. So yay us! Then you'll tell me off being delusional and crazy and stop talking about football.
Bobby, thank you for the $14.99. We love you. Picky's in. Look, hey, there's no bids at this time are going to be very hard. Tell you what, I was going to say Juddy has got you hook, line, and sinker there. I'll write that. Yeah, you've got a nibbling outside off.
You won't get me next time. I'm on to you now. I'm on to you.
I feel like it's the POM slip cordon, and Steve Smith's come out to bat, and we've mentioned sandpaper.
I knew you'd have my back. I always see you in the Carlton chat. I know you're a goodie. I'm not
Oh my God. Sam Swadlin. So this is basically Sam coming light. Sam Swadlin. Him and Fred Rodriguez, two of the most grossly underrated players in this draft. And this guy here, when he stepped to waffle, a little bit like Sam Cumming, absolutely took the piss in there. Definitely someone that's got a lot of scope for improvement. But if you look at what Collingwood value, good ball skills, good ball use, being tidy inside out, having good ticks in the basics, Sam Swadlin's got all of that. This is huge. And Collingwood will be very happy with that pick. And Carlton on the clock. If they get me Ludowick, we can just retire, basically, because Archie Ludowick was my boy. Unique, spot on. Yeah, no one likes him as well. It's disgusting that Sam Swadlin and Fred has no love.
It's a nice little name. I am a fan of his name, the Swaddle.
So this is going to be interesting. Ollie, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to just start panning them? They're obviously children, so I've got to talk about the positives of them. If you want me to go like this, Sam Swadlin, absolutely shithouse when he played back end of last year in the WA.
Please do that.
I hope Collingwood have got a really good aftercare team that can get him a nice job somewhere at Coles stacking shelves. Like, what do you want to say about him? Like,
Yeah, I know. I mean, this game, Pom, I tell you what, this YouTube game, man. I knew that saying that don't try to please everyone because people are never pleased. But man, this YouTube game has taken that to a whole new meaning. That saying, I mean, crazy.
you know what? You know what? The next player, I'm just going to absolutely pound. I'm just going to bully him.
Oh yeah, because it's yours.
Scouting players, we're just going to bully him. Going to be like absolutely horrible human being. Once got a Christmas present and threw it back at his dad, which caused the marriage to break down.
Yeah.
This will be interesting.
Who you taking? Jump on a ledge. Who you taking? Jump out on a ledge. Who you taking?
I'd like it to be Archie Ludovic. I mean, I can't see the value of trading because you'll get like a future fourth for this, but I mean,
Trade.
it does go have we traded it? Oh my God, we traded it to Brisbane.
Wowee. You just don't want to borrow this, do you?
So 38.50. Intriguing that obviously what this is telling me is there is someone on Carlton's radar at the minute who is on the board that they have caught wind of what will be as deep as you think. So when people are getting upset about the trading, you don't know what they want. So there is obviously someone on here that they are thinking is sliding.
I think it's smart.
So it's all right getting angry, but at pick 38, obviously there is someone who is going, oh, you know what? This guy will be there. So let's try and get as much Arsenal in as we can. Makes sense, because once Carlton pick, we've only got 2 list spots that they're going to use. They've already said they're opening one up. Carlton don't want to keep doing it. So this is going to be interesting. Hyde, big shout out to you, mate, as well. You called that. Good man. Good man. So Carlton, no, we don't have one pick. We've got quite a few picks left. Because obviously we got the bonus pick for taking Harry Dean. So Carlton at the minute have got 44, 50 and 69. Because remember, when you match with more than one pick, you get one at the end of the draft. Will Carlton take Tyson Gresham? I don't think so.
We've got a bid here.
Surely this is Max. If this is not Max King now.
Poor old Max King.
You know what's really weird this year? Have you noticed that this year they've kept this really secretive in the terms of who's been bid on and what's going on? Where last year, straight away, it was bid pending X amount of player, bid pending on this player. It's fascinating this year they've tried to keep it secret.
For the drama?
Well, I don't know why they've kept it's almost like they don't get it. And we got pick 50 in a future third. The future third was tied to Hawthorn. Harrison Cochran, he's great. Oh, I think that's a big call, Harrison. I think he's got talent, but I think at the size and the position he plays, it's definitely a VFL job.
TL on fire again. TL was on fire last night in our chat. Yeah, of course. Very good by you. Well done, champion.
Did you notice? I hope someone's told him that because I think that might cheer him up. So the bid, we're still in the dark who the bid is. They are fielding phone calls though. As I can see, he's just hung up on someone and then called them back like that.
This is tedious. This waiting is tedious.
Have we seen any rooks get picked? Lewis Emmett? Lewis Emmett's been picked. CDT's been picked.
Actually, that's a good question. What's happened with Elijah Holland?
Kobe Evans. He has been told to wait and he gets an opportunity to train on.
Oh.
Insane.
So no team, thank you.
Kobe Evans has been passed on. The West Coast Eagles, young little lad that a couple of weeks ago, people were talking about him as a player that could really be a huge asset to the Eagles, particularly with their extra 4 rookie spots. Obviously, had a big injured year this year, but last year was super sensational. Real tidy player in the forward half of the ground. So that's an interesting one. Obviously, the Eagles were assuming he's going to slide to the rookie draft, and they didn't take him. And that's going to be a shock. Glenn, spot on. Tyler Williams, everyone had him going top 30, especially after his combine. Insane he hasn't been bid on, so that's really intriguing. I'm
so
intrigued.
how many more picks are going to get taken in this draft, Tom?
I reckon it'll be about 55, 56 to the end. So okay. I think you'll start to see passes soon.
Yes.
So this is going to be intriguing. Fremantle on the clock, though. So this is Kai. I think so. You know what would be? You've got the chance to do the funniest thing, though. You got a chance now just to do a token trade with Fremantle, and then just do a token trade because they've got an extra pick in this draft that they have already said they won't use. So you could do a little token trick with them, and then what you could do is just bid on Kai Fincher, get in before him, piss them off, and then get out of there.
Some cheeky snacks.
NB, elite. Mate, this is it, isn't it? They don't look the best, do they, Sonny? Rohan, them sangers do look a little bit dodgy, but this should be Max King, we'd expect. I'd laugh if it's Taylor Williams.
That's because those sandwiches have been sitting there since last night, Pom.
It would be hilarious if they are. Fremantle, though, you know what? They did this to you yesterday.
Yeah, they did. Bastards.
They're doing it again.
I mean, I just can't wait for Adam Swade and the Prancing Pony to kick 50 goals against Essendon every time we play him. I mean, that's going to be fun.
You know what, though? I mean, fair play. I mean, he probably... do you reckon he trades back?
Who else is Freo taken in this draft? They took Adam Swade, and have they taken someone else?
Say that again, sorry. I was just seeing who was picked. What do you say?
Who else has Freo taken in this draft?
Adam Swade, and that's it. And they've also bid, as we said, on Tyler Williams, as we guessed. And look, there you are, as the rules are. Next pick's burnt. They'll definitely match that. Tyler Williams is still an Eagles player. Fremantle back on the clock. That's a bold call, that. Can I just say? Bobby Hill similarity. I really like Tyler Williams, though. I think what Tyler Williams does well that no one appreciates is defensive efforts for a man that quick. I really like a speedster that's got good defense, and he works so hard at the fall of the ball.
He's kind of what you were on.
Yeah, what you were asking for.
Yeah.
Someone who's quick.
So we could have bid on him. We could have bid on him. I mean, it would have been fruitless, but that's okay.
You could have done. But I mean, it's the bidding thing's quite funny because there is certain teams that bid on everyone every week, every year. So like Fremantle and Eagles seem to do it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like on each other, and it's kind of cute, but kind of boring.
Yeah. I keeps things interesting though, so I do rate it.
He does.
Yeah.
So this is going to be intriguing now. Fremantle, if we go with the process that you only ever bid on players that you want, right? That you actually want, that would allude that this next pick should be a forward. But it could be absolutely fascinating if they go like a key forward now. It could be hilarious if they did that.
Don't think
I'll tell you what, whoever they've picked, they've got excited.
Yeah. I don't think Frio's who they got here.
Oh, I wanted Tobin Murray. So Tobin Murray, if you watched our older players, our VFL players, we talked about Tobin Murray quite a bit. He was brilliant in the VFL. I say go and check him out. He's definitely that type of player that seems to step up to the AFL quite well. And intriguing, Fremantle going with a mature age player, which kind of suits their philosophy and their ethos of what they're probably where they are in the league at the minute. So nice little acquisition from them.
Plays like Jack Ginnivan.
Yeah, look, everyone who watches me knows that I'm old school. I absolutely hate comparisons. I'm not a big fan. So it's interesting.
Why is that, Pom? Why do you hate the comparisons?
I just don't like it because I think people aren't very nuanced. So like when someone says to me, what does a player play like? I give you a player in the role. I think and I think that's what people are trying to do. But when someone says, oh, he plays like Ginny, they're just going to assume he's going to be as good as Ginny from day one. He's going to be so brilliant. And I think people get convoluted. Like, I don't like it. What will the Saints do here? This will be interesting. I'd like to see the Saints here pay Sydney back. Because that could be hilarious if they do. I think if they were picking on need, Kai Fincher is obviously a player that they're linked to, so mid halfbacks kind of covered there. Archie Ludovic surely is quite high up there. Like Max King would be quite high up there. You could make an argument like an oversized utility mid forward. Jack Eisen, I could probably do it. And then Noah Hibbins-Hargraves. I mean, Ollie Greaves, they've lost Jack Steele. They don't have that inside midfielder. Steele's the old version. Ollie Greaves is the modern day version. That could be an intriguing one.
That's a good fit.
Where's Steve?
Haven't seen him. Your mate?
Yeah. Give me a call, Steve. We'll chat. So they're saying they need a key forward inside midfielder wing. It would be funny if he did call me. I'd be happy.
No, if they bid on Ison here, I'd be mildly amused.
Oh, there he is. There's Stephen. I can see him now. Yeah, he might be. He's in the house. He's in the house, so he might do.
Oh, yeah, with his back to us. Oh, look at those remaining players.
To answer your question, Annie, look, I'm a big Archie Ludovic man. I've been an Archie Ludovic man from the start of the junior year, so I would like a little bit of Luda. So at the minute, the kind of players Carlton are linked to are sliding. I don't think there's anyone been picked since Carlton did their first pick 26 that I think Carlton would go for. So, like, for everyone complaining, in my opinion, it's pretty good management. But I know people in numbers games, so they just want to take the next pick. So this is going to be intriguing. Do you really need to take the full 4 minutes?
Oh my God, this is
in. Yeah, well.
They've picked.
They've taken the bid.
Come on, just do it. Just do it. Just lighten this night up.
Disorder, it's a weird one, isn't it? They've dragged it out, and also they've just done some weird like little decisions, like the fact that they've just said on the TV that they don't see anymore, right? That they don't see what they're doing anymore, which is a weird thing that the AFL have got rid of it. So you know what's fascinating here is for anyone worrying. Basically, now if he bids on Ison, it makes no effect on Carlton at all. Has zero effect because Carlton currently have 45. That gets eaten up. Then there's 51. There's about 2 teams that probably will pass or be in the same situation as us from now to then. So it's kind of it's inconsequential for Carlton if it's a bid here.
That's why it's just dumb to do it. That's why it's dumb to do the bid.
As if Charlie Banfield has been ignored and the father-son at the Eagles ends up at St Kilda. And that is a very interesting one. Eagles obviously are looking at the draft board and going, we can get some really good talent in the back end of the draft. And Banfield, probably the big thing about Banfield, at times this year, I don't think he's one of them players that super excites you, but very consistent and massively improved at the back end of the year. Weird that you don't often see father-sons not go where they go. So that's a very intriguing one. But, you know, there you are. Stephen Silvani, he heeded my warning and he didn't bid on a Carlton player. Well played.
So why would West Coast have passed him up, Pom?
Well, I think when you look at West Coast, like we keep saying, like, you know, why Carlton keep passing down, you don't have to keep taking players. So when you look at them, Eagles now have got no live bids remaining. Tyler Williams, Sam Allen, Josh Lindsay, Cooper Duff-Tyler, Will Dersma. They could have had an option to trade back in if they wanted to, right? But they don't have any stock. So you'd imagine that's what took the 5 minutes. They thought about it. They let it run out. Smart by St Kilda to get him in. But I look and I think Banfield's one of them players that are 10 and penny. So there's a lot of players here that are linked to teams that, like you saw it yesterday, Lockie Carmichael, they're 10 and penny. There's a lot of Lachlan Carmichaels in the league. Bo Adensols, there's a lot of Bo Adensols in the draft. So I think from that avenue, you only match what you really want.
Fair enough. I'm hoping the pace starts quickening up that you predicted.
That was a little bit quicker. I think Cootie might be our first one that we don't have on here because he wasn't one of the 150 invitees. So that's going to be good. So now I'm going to have to bring up my Sandful sheet because I do know he's a Sandful player. Oh, yeah, the Norwood boy. So interesting here in the case notes with Billy is he missed the draft a couple of years ago and moved out into interstate, which we've seen quite successfully. A few of your players did that you took over. Hey, Fiona, didn't they? A couple of your guys moved interstate to come back into the AFL. So it's been a popular thing, been a popular, successful thing to do. Been quite strong, if not okay, in the Sandful. We're going back with only 2 games in our review here. I can tell you that he was an Essendon player, though. Wasn't your VFL in the Essendon? But strong little inside midfielder, has a decent outside game. So that's an interesting one. What do we do? Just pick anyone, Mac Champion. Pick Tyler, put someone like Gresham or Cooper Collins, Cooper Ramsey. He wasn't invited. I will pick. Let's take a risk. Who shall I take a risk on? You know what? I'm going to take a risk on that guy there. Hunter Wright is Billy Cootie. Yeah.
Right. Pick is in for the Lions here.
So it should start speeding up now because we're now at the situation where some teams have got more picks than they have list spots.
Yep.
Because of trades or because of extras.
Yep. So how many picks spots does Carlton have?
So Carlton can take 2 more.
Two
with
more. Okay.
Hyson and someone else.
Yep.
So Carlton are in a good position.
Okay.
So this is going to be interesting what Brisbane do here. But Cody Curtin, Danny's cousin brother, signs with Brisbane. And a guy that started life as a ruck forward has got a beautiful set shot. You can see there they've got listed as a key defender. He did play spurts at junior level for his club in the back line. A lot of people are saying he's going to be a long-term backman. I don't believe he is a backman, though. I think he'll stay a forward. And I think something that he'll work on is his agility. That's probably the big knock on him. But very nice set shot goal. Was averaging over 3 goals at junior level. Was banging him in. So going to be really interesting. They'll probably get the best from him.
And he'll probably go nicely into their twos and just develop nicely there. There's no rush for him to be anything more than he is at this point anyway. So he'll develop nicely up there.
Spot on. They're one of them teams out there that they'll just turn him into like an absolute superstar in 2 years' time, and we'll cry. Who would you look? Archie Ludowick is someone that I really, really do like. I really like Archie Ludowick. But look, at this stage, I'm happy. I mean, at the stage now, there is 150 points, though. Will Carlton trade? That'll be interesting. Will Carlton trade? Is someone going to offer a future third? That'll be interesting. Stewson, they've got Ty Gallop. They have different type of play, though, to Ty Gallop, I think. And I think that when I look at the Brisbane forward line, I would say that probably Hipwood is a long-term please replace. So, good risk. This is going to be interesting what Brisbane do. I believe Ludowick is Nordic, isn't it? For Warrior?
How good's that?
Yeah, Ludowick. I'm just thinking Archie Ludowick. I'm pretty sure it's Warrior in Nordic.
Oh, I like that. If you just pull that out, you just guess that.
I was just thought Taj Hayes, Southport, so the winger in the VFL. If you watched him in the VFL this year, he's gone from strength to strength. Good little accumulator, incredible dash on him as well. Really takes the game on. Proper modern day attacking wingman. Been really strong at Southport. And Brisbane are another team that it seems to be these top teams now get their youth in, and then they start going with these second chance players. So looking forward to seeing what Hayes does.
Plays like Xavier Dusner.
Plays like Xavier, but he doesn't do a very good
bow and arrow. Hey, Pom, you got to excuse you. You got to get it out of the. You got to get it out of the.
Oh, sorry, the quiver.
Satchel. Where does it stay? What's the thing? The satchel where
quiver?
the things are...
It's a quiver, isn't it?
He pulls the arrow out of where they're stored.
I don't watch him. Let's have a look who Carlton got.
The pick is in. That was nice and quick. Well done, Blues.
Only a minute, by the way.
Nice and quick.
And Taylor Byrne joins the football club. Carlton's obsession with going into the country continues. And Taylor Byrne was quite an intriguing one. If you do watch the independent draftees, Taylor Byrne was someone that really divided the community in the middle of the year. But this guy here is something a little bit different to everything that Carlton have. Someone that is incredibly, incredibly quick and a pain in the arse in that front half of the ground. Not known for his explosive goal kicking and things like that. More known for causing chaos. And that is a very interesting pick. Because Carlton over the last 6 years, when they've gone for forward half players, they've gone for players that are genuinely more controlled and very vanilla, is the way to say. Taylor could be anything because the way he plays the game is at 100 miles an hour. and likes to work incredibly high up the ground. So very change of tact for the Blues, because I would say that this guy is not a very disciplined footballer. He's more of a live wire, which is very interesting for the Blues. It's someone that they don't go for.
Can this kid legally get a drink yet? That is the babiest face I have ever seen.
He genuinely looks a little bit. Yeah, he genuinely looks like, like when you go out on the piss at 19, he's the one who gets always ID'd, doesn't he? Even though he's the eldest.
Yeah, he gets carded everywhere he goes. For sure.
So who have North pissed off?
Yeah, Langy. Yeah, you're all saying how many small forwards do you need? Give us one. I'm still worried about that part of the ground.
So North have pulled it back. Blake Threadgold, they've got Doveston. There is a lot of good players on the board here, though. So this is an intriguing one.
But that was nice and quick, Pom.
So Gold Coast do it again. They pick they pick a Gold Coast little player, North do, and it looks like that Gold Coast have had to match it, and Gold Coast will be like, why does it always happen to us? But Gold Coast, quite interesting. Not going to pick on our friend Cal Toomey because I love Cal, but interesting that he was quite of the illusion that Gold Coast would give up quite a lot of these players. And Bo Adams saw he matched. We did talk about that the night before, where we did say that we thought Gold Coast would match Bo Adams. Great list management, though, again, by the Suns. They've done them little trades at the start, which has allowed them to be in this position. And Colby Coulson is another one of them little players that they keep producing. I think this guy will actually play in the forward half of the ground because he's more grunty, real nagging type footballer. Being strong in the VFL, though, really showed that he did some crunching tackles in some of the VFL games we were watching on big-bodied men. So he's not scared of taking you on. Gold Coast get a very good player, but I do think his future will be at the front half of the ground.
I reckon West Coast have had a good draft, but I reckon Gold Coast sneakily have done very well too with their little shrewd movements.
Yeah, Gold Coast are the masters of this. And this is why I'm really intrigued this is why I'm quite disappointed with Carlton fans. I've got to be honest. I'm not ever going to sugarcoat it, but the way Carlton fans have acted in the off-season with trade and bid matches has been nothing short of embarrassing, to be honest, because we've seen how Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sydney have done this for years. You trade out, you accumulate points, and the best team in the league are Gold Coast because they get the futures in. If you look at their trades the last 3 years, they know where all the trades are coming next year, so they start to get ahead. And it's been quite disappointing this year. So this could be Gold Coast just showing you how to do it. Like, you can still...
They're also doing that and then adding, Hugo Hagen, Petrarca.
Yeah. And
crazy.
That's what good teams do. Good teams do it. You don't just take a pick.
Unless you're Geelong. And then you just turn everyone into gold, no matter where or what.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's interesting. I like the fact that we're doing a Colby Coulson interview. Do you know what I mean? A Colby Coulson interview to buy a bit of time. But this is going to be interesting now because now we're getting into the stage of the draft where most people think we're going to see a lot of passes, right? For some passes. So we've got North Melbourne here they've got one live pick left. Threadgold come through, Doveston come through. They bought themselves 5 minutes. They could do the ultimate. We've only ever seen it about 3 or 4 times where a team passes after bidding. I'm all for it, though, but I think they will select. This could be intriguing because Noah Hibbins-Hargraves really excites me here. But a bid is in. Is it Max King?
Poor old Max King.
You know what? I am genuinely surprised. I know the knock on Max King is people don't like it when you're not a master of one position, but I feel Max King is better than most. He's better than most of the guys that have been bid on. So I'm kind of intrigued why I think he was gettable early. I don't think he's gettable now. So I think this is kind of like a make you pay pick, but intriguing.
Okay. I just didn't think he would slide. I didn't think it would take this long to get bid on.
Tell you what, chat. Think of the encyclopedia, like, right, so Carlton at the minute, they've taken 2 players. So they've got 35 on the senior list, 1 senior spot taken. They won't take any more picks here because you just want to hit the minimum here for Carlton. They have got 1 on the rookie spot. So you'd imagine what Carlton will do is rookie 1 player, and then they will save a spot and put Harry O'Farrell on the long-term injury list. So that's what Carlton will do, I'd imagine. I can't believe they are literally, the bid has been in 1 minute, 15 seconds. Gokhan, I'm with you. And they're trying to end this interview and she keeps asking questions. Like, can you imagine, like I always say this, imagine America, imagine the NFL, and can you imagine the media holding up the draft?
Hey, like, don't go dissing Sarah Jones. She's just doing what a good interviewer
does. No, I'm not
does.
dissing her, but I'm just saying, can you imagine that they would do it? That they would do it? That in America, a big country like America, would go bang. And here we are. Carlton will probably match this straight away. Big Jack Eisen. So Jack Eisen, I have been a huge fan coming through this year.
How cute.
A good mate of mine works out that way with Jack Eisen, and he is a huge fan of him. Super excited about seeing the Oakley Chargers boy here at our football club. What can I say about Jack Eisen? Not many players have a left foot like him, which is really intriguing. He's that awkward size as well, quite a big boy. Now, I think his long-term future at the football club actually will be in the wing. I think most people are saying a half forward. I actually think he'll turn into a winger, and a very good one. And I would see him, I think he could fight for Blake Acres' position within 6 months. He's a very, very talented footballer. Works really hard.
Big boy.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything I've heard about Jack Eisen, particularly from my mate down that way, is that the kid is an absolute lovable kid. But one thing that he told me is about 12 months ago, he thought he was semi-undraftable. Like, there was a risk of him being a rookie. But when he came back, he said that his off-season was insane. And Carlton did what they had to do. They tried to hide him, play him a little bit more school football. One thing that really stands out, though, is he's a bit of a dickhead when he plays football. If you go and watch his Vic Metro games particularly, a bit of a dickhead, a bit of an arsehole. Like, he gets inside people. He likes to push. So he's got that physicality, but his left foot is beautiful. So real strong acquisition for the Blues, and the Blues will be happy.
Okay, now you can all unclench now. Relax. You get your man.
There we are. So I'm excited about that. So I'm very happy. Tell you what, Paul, that's a huge call. I wasn't around for the Dominator, but that's good. Yeah, John, you know what? Thank you, John. You've been a pleasure to deal with this off-season, mate. So well done, mate. So I'm really good. So this will be good. This will be good.
Yeah, that was a weird one, Wordy. Plays like Sam Durham. Very
you know
strange.
What, though? I actually don't hate it in the terms of he's very physical. You know, like Sam Durham. I think Sam Durham's like big strength is like when he was a kid, he used to beat up men.
Yeah.
And I like that because I'm thinking you're about to step up now to the big time. You've got to have that arsehole about you, that willingness to go toe to toe. And he's a combative little fucker. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that.
Mm.
Who the fuck is Senator Briggs?
He's the rapper.
Who?
Isn't he a rapper? He always I know he's an Essendon supporter. He commentates a lot of he commentates the Dreamtime game, like the pre entertainment time.
I don't mind to sound like a dickhead, but listen to the way I speak and go, is Pom the type of guy that listens to rap music?
I think he's a rapper. I could be just making myself look really dumb right now, but I don't know why I think he's a rapper.
No, but that's what I'm just saying. When does Pom look like the kind of guy that listens to rap? Do I give off? I am absolutely. I know I come from the UK equivalent of the ghettos and street, but like street music to me is the streets.
I reckon you
Do
could
know
be
what I mean?
a closet rap king. I reckon you could be a closet rap king.
Ah, right. Cheers. There we are. Philo, I appreciate it. I did not know that. I will. Look, is it like rap that I would like?
No.
Because that's a loose sense of a word because there's not much rap that I like. Pom is into the Spice Girls.
Hey. No shade on the Spice Girls.
Look, the only rap I'm aware of is like Run DMC. So it's tricky to bust a rhyme, like because of that song, because Aerosmith were in it. So it's not the kind of honestly.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Yeah, so come on. He used to work with Dr. Dre.
What?
Look,
that makes when
you guys say rappers, I'm just thinking of what covers a Twix.
Oh, got a nice little cheeky Twix.
AFL, mate, keeps your mind sharp, bro. Because then you've just got to make your own imagery. Here we are, Says boy, Hugo Makonda. Tell you what, he is a nice little acquisition here by the Roos. He is definitely the type of player, we know Says loves him, but when you watch him for the Falcons, definitely the type of player that brings people into the game, and that's his real strength. So a real nice little point of difference. When you look at the midfielders at North, my big criticism of North is they're a lot similar. This guy's a little bit different. Definitely got that workhorse effect. So something a bit different for North, and I'm looking forward to that.
Do they need another mid though, Pom?
Look, I wouldn't say Hugo Makonda is like the inside mid though that they always take. I'd say that that's more someone that can kind of be the transition from midfield to forward line. So, so I think this might be different. What the fuck is the Wham rap? Are we talking Wham what I look at Wham? So when I look at Wham, I'm thinking George Michael, like actual good Wham.
Hey, Nicholas, Pom reckons there's about 55 picks. So we're up to 49. So maybe another 6, 7.
Is that a made up rap? Because I can't remember Wham rapping in any song.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone's confirming that Wham raps. I've got absolutely zero clue of what any of you are talking about, so I'm just going to tap out of that.
Bid pending. Is this a Maximus King bid? They did a rap. Shut up. You know what? We'll finish the stream looking for the Wham rap. You know
what Pom's doing after this.
You got me invested now. And then AFL said, then I'll go into my bedroom and I'll watch porn with no vision, just sound.
I was going to say, you can just put on some Wham rap while you have your bath.
Yeah, we could do. Luigi, here you are. You see, look, Luigi gets me. Yeah. Look, I'm more of a manically depressive.
Hey, Max King, there he is.
There he is. Tell me they matched that bid as well, because I love this guy. So this guy here is really intriguing, right? So he played in the forward line, then went into the midfield. And when you watch the AFL now, these people who are this agile, but they can take marks, worth their weight in gold. I've got a sneaky feeling now, this is a bold call, but I think that he could have a projection a little bit like someone like Nick Blakey, and you see him more on the wing, up the ground. I don't think his career is going to be in the forward line. I think that Sydney will convert him a little bit and allow him to play there because he's just really strong. His work rate, two-way running. They'll be laughing to the bank here that he's slid this far.
Dune, I mean, you came in at a very interesting time.
Yeah, I've got to say, my best mate, Let Dog, is that. You know what? I break the stereotype. You don't often hear me whinge. I deal with a lot of whinging, though, to be fair, Richard. Like, I'm pretty good at dealing with it. I don't really whinge. I'm more of a chunter, but I don't whinge. Chunter. I'm happy with Carlton's trade period. Hey, Luda! My boy, Archie Ludowick, finally finds a home. And this is intriguing because when you look at Adelaide's draft class, they've got Mitch Marsh, the big lad, one of my boys this draft. But Archie Ludowick joining them, this is really interesting because a succession plan with Tex Walker, that sounds quite tasty. Ludowick learning off Tex Walker. I can't think of anyone better to learn off. So, nice little guess. Interesting, Dan. I'm with you. It's a lot of forwards, though, but there he is. Hey, Shiny Blue. You're here a lot, though, mate. You don't hear me whinge very much. I break the stereotype, I think.
But he's not ready to go, so he'll develop. He's not a walk up round one starter.
He'll be definitely stay at home, play in the reses, learn the game. Going to be really good as well that he'll be working with Welsh, the father-son, that showed a little bit of form towards the back end of Sandford year, but he's very raw himself. So that's probably a good benchmark for him going up against another guy that did slide because Tyler Welsh was top 40 at the start of his draft year. Then he was the bottom 40 when he came in. So this could be really intriguing. So good little get there. I think Luda will be good. Bailey Banfield. And Bradford, sorry. How did I butcher the biggest city near me when I grew up? I'll put the link in there for you, mate. Get on there. Hey, I love you, Shiny Blue. Hope you're doing well. Juddy, I won't be whinging for the Ashes because when we win 4-0, what am I going to whinge about, bro? We're going to whinge about. I'm looking forward to doing the Ashes watch-along. Test 2, we're going to be live for every minute of the game. So that's like a 5-day, 8-hour-a-day stream.
I presume now you're talking about cricket, and that's why I tuned out because my brain can't latch on to anything cricket related.
You know what, Fiona? I think that's I suppose you've also got your Italian roots, so Italians don't genuinely do cricket, do they? So we can forgive you. But I didn't think I would have thought every Australian likes cricket.
Literally would not know one of the rules of cricket. Wouldn't understand. I don't understand one vernacular when it comes to cricket. Not one word of it. It's like you're speaking another language.
As an Englishman who had to play your side and hate cricket, I wish I didn't like cricket.
Why?
It ruined my childhood because you bastards used to come over and smash us all the time.
I see.
Teresa, the $5 4-0 Boland taking 30 on you pants. You know what? I'm glad it started early, Teresa. I'm glad. You know what? Usually this chat makes my life better and happy. And I'm looking forward to doing a 5-day test series where you're all going to be mean to me.
I think Bugs Bell has nailed it. Only girls who play cricket like cricket. I think that's a good generalisation, I reckon.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Generally.
Big call by AFL opening. You see, I didn't like baseball. I wasn't a big baseball.
Sunny, I love tennis. Now, the tennis is something I watch absolutely glued to it.
Love you, mate.
Come January.
So here we are. We've just had the most pointless trade in the world, 51 for a future fourth, which is literally a freebie because fourths don't have it. Who's coming up for the Ashes cricket? We'll do the watch along. You'll get Mrs. Pom throwing me at stuff because it's probably the only time Mrs. Pom is mean to me. during the cricket because she gets a little bit patriotic.
Oh my gosh, has anybody just seen the tweet by the GWS Giants social media guy?
What was it?
And they've got a picture of Aaliyah with a picture of the player. Who did they take just now?
Let me log in and have a look.
Anyway,
Avika, I do like a little bit of Motley Crue. You see, that's mine. Look, I like a little bit of.
They've got a picture of Leek Aaliyah and the player they just took, captioned, "It's great to see you commit to a player, X," with a little kiss.
Well played.
Ouch! I mean, that is so well played, and they've tagged St Kilda in that. Nice.
You know what? I've got some surprises for the Ashes as well. Like, I've spent a bit of cash on this as well because we're changing the background as well. We're going to represent Australia proudly and England quietly as well. Because, like, I can't lose. I'm the only one who can't lose the Ashes because I'm an Australian citizen, but I'm also an English citizen. So I can, like, just be like, oh, well, my team won.
Yeah, Tiger Time, definitely. They nail it. Absolutely nail it.
Yeah, SG, you see, look, I come from the north, so in the north, everyone loves cricket. So everyone loves cricket. So, like, girls, boys, everyone does it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You know what? I've never given it a go. I will say that. In fairness, I've never given it a go. Never sat down, never tried to understand it, watch it. It just feels a little boring to me. Feels a little boring. But I say that. I
can see you being good at cricket, Fiona.
Playing it?
Yeah.
Oh, don't you have to be quick? Don't
you know, an artist like you, I reckon, a little bit like Sachin Tendulkar, just flicking it off the pads. I reckon you'd be all right.
I thought you needed speed. I'm a long distance. I run for Ks and Ks and Ks, but I just plod along. Yeah. I don't do fast running.
I'm with J Barbs. Just stand there and knock it into next year.
Okay. Do you know what?
Hey, Boone, how are you, brother? Good to see you, mate. So Finnegan Davis being picked up. So I'm really proud of our simulator that we've only had one player not existing. It took me ages to upload.
Well done, Tom.
Yeah, Congrats. So this guy here is a little bit like a light version of Gonda Giannis that we're taking, that Essendon took earlier. Incredibly quick, plays on the back shoulder, really takes the game on. For Carlton fans, imagine if Lockie Plowman had a baby with Usain Bolt. You'd probably end up with Finnegan Davis. Look at that. You know what? You see, I feel this because I think AFL, since I've watched AFL as a POM, some sports are ruined. I can't watch rugby union anymore because rugby union, like, literally is the longest fucking 80 minutes of my life.
Yeah, I don't know the difference.
Like, it's rugby league, it's quick. But union, it's like, it just, like, fucking do something.
What's the one where they played against the UK earlier this year? I mean, not earlier this year, like not that long ago, at the MCG, and there was 90,000 people there. Was that rugby league or rugby union? The world champion?
British Lions when you went to when you were pissed?
Yeah.
That was rugby union.
Yeah, and there's a guy called Harry Potter. That sustained me a player called Harry Potter, and that fact sustained me the whole game. And then I just got pissed and had a great old time.
Yeah, well, they are. Hiya. Big Gills. So tickets to what? What do you want tickets to? What? That's a sloth, a chili.
A chili.
Slilly. Tickets, please. What? I've tried to work that out for you.
Yeah.
I've tried to work that out. Yeah, you see, I'm with you with this, Sonny. I don't get it, mate. Look, in England as well, rugby union's a posh sport as well. So, like, genuinely, As you can tell by the way I talk, I wasn't posh, so. You see, I knew this would get you, Teresa, because I know you're a union girl. It's just me. I like things to be over and done with quickly. Clip that.
No, don't. Don't give him ammunition, Pom. Don't you give him enough as it is? Don't go telling him.
There is, yeah. Wes Wally, is there. Wes Wally, Eagles. If he gets bid on, Eagles can't match. Hey, Neil, look, if you're good at something, do it efficiently.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what every woman wants to hear.
So, it's good. Yeah, to be fair, doing, yeah. Has cricket got bigger, though, out in Scotland now that they've got test status? Like, do people get around it?
Hey, Dune, I'm still waiting for you to work out how to jump on a live stream. Next year, I'm telling you, if you don't jump on a fan cams.
Liam, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. So Burn, just a different type of small forward that Carlton get. It's a little bit more chaotic than the norm that we see. So that'll be an intriguing one how that goes. So Gold Coast have randomly traded with Richmond a 5th round pick in 2026 for pick 52, which is amazing. So that's basically a free pick. So we'll see what Richmond do. I can't believe they've taken the full 5 minutes there.
Nobody's passed so far, Pom.
Can I just say, AFL, you've got an absolute great reference. What a game Fallout was, mate. Mate, I don't know how the Scottish find time to play cricket. Because, you're running a risk.
Hey, Pom, nobody's passed.
Yeah, we are in that situation now. Like, the clubs that are left, most of them have too much list spots.
Okay. Greaves is still on the board.
It is.
Crazy.
I like the way Max bullying the simulator. Another hiccup. That's one hiccup. Yeah, well, the AFL don't release the 5th rounders. So, and I think that's like the 4th 5th rounder trade in a live draft. So I didn't think it was going to happen, to be fair. It's an easy bit of code, though. The code exists. It's just not shown. How do you play cricket in a kilt? Gingerly.
Yeah, Alice, I agree with you. Surely not. I can't believe this. I know there was question marks on his work rate. And, that someone very specifically said to me after watching him in a game late this year that they just watched him with his hands on his hips for most of the game. And that put them off him. But not enough to slide this far.
I won't tell you the name of the AFL draftee, but we all actually love him. But there is some AFL draftees that actually do some horrible things where they forget like where they live. And I got told a really good story that he's a very loved footballer, but at his like interview, he totally forgot the spelling of his hometown, and it's a very popular hometown, and it did put people off him.
What? Stop it.
Yeah, like he absolutely panicked in his interview, like he was like a nervous wreck. And if you watched him play football, you wouldn't believe it. But yeah, and he was one of my favourites for a long time, and still is one of my favourites. But when I got told that story, I fell in love with him even more because I was like, "That's beautiful! Like that is beautiful to want something so much that your brain gets so nervous."
Yeah.
That says to me it means something to you.
I agree. I can't understand why that would put clubs off.
There's been people who have like been put off by the music they listen to and stuff like
that. Okay. Now this is getting ridiculous. That has absolutely no direct link to how they play football. Or what kind of person they are?
Glenn Manton tells the story quite often. When he went through the draft and then when his kids went through the draft process, they were asked the same questions about what type of music you liked, which put them off him when he was interviewed.
Wow.
Which you think there's 20 years. So Kai Fincher here, this guy is a very intriguing one. Richmond have traded up, so all that happens is St Kilda just lose their... I've completely balls that up. So all that happens here is St Kilda, you lose their next pick. So they've put the bid in. St Kilda match, Richmond stay on the clock. But Kai Fincher started life as a halfback flanker, and it's what's really exciting. He's moved into the midfield and really shone and found the ball. When St Kilda have got a real big steal there, like an absolute steal from where he is. So an intriguing selection from Richmond to trade up for that just to piss Richmond off. I mean, St Kilda off, but they did it. And that's good to see.
Fincher. Oh, Fincher.
So intriguing. So Richmond back on the clock. It looks like Richmond are trying to finish this draft because they've just put a bid in as well.
Thank you, Richmond. You understanding the rules here.
Hey, TL, if I was a list manager, you'd catch me out there because I wouldn't have a fucking clue who that is. So I'd be like, all right, cool.
TL, I mean, please come on a fan cam. Please come on a fan cams. I need to meet you.
I'd be like, never heard of him. Is he any good? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, they're going to pass on you, Pom, for that. Just for that. You should be knowing who Senator Briggs is.
So Will Darcy, they expect Will Darcy, Aiden, to slide to the rookie draft. And Doggies were quite intriguing because they did say, oh, by the way, we're going and we're expecting him to go to the rookie draft, which I thought was an intriguing play, but no one's bid on him. Richard, when you say 80% of your students hate music, is it like my kids, though? Because music nowadays is absolutely dog shit. Oh! Essendon match, El Akka.
Oh, can't believe he didn't just slide to a Category B rookie. El Akka.
You know what is really sad? Is I believe Adam Swade and Hussein are best mates, aren't they? Like inseparable?
They are inseparable. And I actually feel really bad for Swade because he is so close, tight-knit to his family too. And I think it's going to be a struggle for him to actually move. Obviously, he's living his dream, so he's gonna do his very best, but very close-knit, tight family, and also, yeah, very close with Hussey. And here is the speed of which I asked for. So thank you. Would have been nice for that to fall to Category B, but that's okay.
He comes in, and you know what? I do like us, and it's very interesting, this guy, because I don't want to pick on Cal Toomey again, but Cal Toomey had him 21 only 2 months ago. So quite a big slide. But,
the thing is, he had that many shots at goal this year and missed so many shots, and that has put, that accuracy, finishing ability, put a lot of scouts off. But he has no problem finding it. He's a small forward in its most natural form, and that is now what I knew he was coming, and I knew he was on the horizon, but would have been great to just have another little nugget.
Cheers, Dean. Love you, man. Thank you. I tell you what, Chunky Eagle, it's shithouse, mate. It's shithouse. Carlton have no Category B spots, and Duffy and Monaghan are still eligible, so no, Carlton can't do any dodgy. But I agree with you with Huss. You know what, though? I will say this, and I did say it in my preview. I thought Huss was more impressive in VFL than Swade, which is a big call. I thought he was more impressive in the terms of he will do his job in the VFL in the AFL, where I thought Swade got a lot more midfield time, which he won't get.
Well, that's Swade was, set to go higher because he's got that sexy element where he can go through the middle too. and he's very, very effective through there. So you know how clubs want them to have, be able to be all rounders. He's got that extra little ability to do that. So I mean, the thought of him and Kako interchanging through the the forward line and the midfield was, it was a nice thought.
Great man, think alive. Think alike. Think alike. Hey, Jolly Pet, much love. Thank you very much. Yeah, Noah Roberts-Thompson. So this is an intriguing pick because these were one of the players that kind of got like quite a lot of under the radar type things. A lot of the South Australians, the Big Ten, everyone talks about, but then the next wave, it almost feels like they've just gone absolutely AWOL. And Noah is another South Australian that really suits the South Australian mentality. Very hard at it, very tough to the ball. So it's an intriguing selection that Richmond, I feel like they've gone like Sam Cumming, sexy, Sam Grill, quick, sexy, Zane Pwecker, sexy, Noah Roberts-Thompson, that rugged, hard at it footballer. So nice compliment there.
Well, there's another hyphenated name for you, Pom.
We love a hyphen. We love a hyphen. We do love a hyphen. But here you are. Collingwood, what have you done? Zach McCarthy. They've taken their own player. Lovely to see. We love to see this happen in the AFL. But Zach McCarthy, I am surprised he has slid this way. So quite a few players have slid here. Ollie Greaves being one. Noah Hibbins-Hargraves being one. Riley Onley being another one. A Pom boy there. Jesse Mello. This is the most intriguing one, though. Jesse Mello being the only AFL player, right? The only All-Australian player not picked up, which is insane. He's a Geelong MGA. But Zach McCarthy, I was a big fan of Zach. I think he's got credit there of potential. What? Oh, look at that, the pylon. But I think he's one of the... I think Zach McCarthy might be the second best ruckman in this draft class. I think if you look at CDT as the model, I think his forward work and his ability on the ruck and his improvement this year really strong. So I think Zach McCarthy's a good player.
Better than the Doggies one? His name escapes me.
Louis Emmett. I think Louis Emmett's really good, and I think that Louis Emmett's probably going to be a better ruck forward. I think Zach McCarthy, though, suits the bill that what all the clubs are looking for now. A guy that can ruck, that can play forward permanently. And I think that's Zach McCarthy's like skill. So I think Collingwood will look at that and be like, okay, Brucey bonus here. We've got Darcy Cameron. We've got this guy going forward. And we can train him as a forward. And he's going to learn off some really good forwards like Dan McStay. I know people don't rave about Dan McStay, but I think Dan McStay's strength is his knowledge of where to be and how to be. So it's going to be intriguing how he develops. But I think he'll develop for Collingwood, and I think Collingwood will get a very good player.
That certainly feels a need for them, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And it's, you know what? They've done the right thing. They've taken him with one of their late picks. They had no more list spots.
Yep.
I believe, for those asking, is Roberts-Thompson related to Lewis? I believe it's his cousin. I believe it's his cousin.
I thought it was, nephew, cousin, uncle, something like that.
Well, it's going to be interesting now because we are literally at the stage now where a lot of these clubs, you would make an argument just to pass and move on with our lives. Buck. So what we do is we do allotments in AFL of 18 plus any compensation matches. So the original start of round one was the original finishing point was Brisbane's pick. So that got Geelong's pick. Brisbane's pick. So they traded that with Fremantle. So that was pick 25. And then after that, it is then just 18 onwards. So genuinely, once you get to like here, there was no bid matches in the second round. I think there was one from memory. Yeah, there was one. There's been quite a few here. So that's why you get the weird changes, you get them weird anomalies. Good spot, but good question as well, mate. So where are we? 56.
Crows.
So this will be interesting now because, like, with all the players that are sliding, you're either got. I mean, these are probably the things here where you might look at training on, but this is probably where we start to expect some of the passes to come in. Probably, especially when we get to about Fremantle, I'd imagine will pass. I think they are actually full out. So Julian wants to go forward for Carlton. The problem is like players like Max talking about here, Heatherton and players like that. Heatherton's talented, but it was my same argument with Ludovic. He's not playing round one. So that's the problem you've got. If you want to key forward, you might as well have them in the bank, train them on. But you'd say Sherbert was the closest to being year one ready. Carlton's depth in key forward needs to be a player who can play today.
Do the Crows? Oh, thank God! I was going to say they took the whole 5 minutes.
Well, she's just said that some of the teams are packing up and going away.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure why they took 5 minutes to pass. But they did.
That seemed very illogical. Well, Essendon can definitely pack up and go home.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is bizarre that, like, I appreciate you've got advertising, you've got all them rights and things like that, but it does feel like bizarre to me that we, at this stage now, we waste the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard, it has been a long time, mate.
Feels like it. There are some names there that I'm surprised on that are still there, definitely.
Yeah, well, we get it every year, and I think what's really beautiful about this time of year, like, if we go through them, Ollie Greaves. So, like, there's one, where is he? Where's my boy? Let's give him some love. Joshua Landy here, right? So, he was, like, top 3 Eastern Rangers BNF. If you watched Eastern Rangers this year, reminds me a lot of your Zachy Johnson. Oof. In the terms of he played for a really decent side, like everyone else got the limelight, but he was absolutely supreme. Landy's another one that I'm surprised no one's got any love, because you watch Eastern Rangers. Pardon?
What about Wright as well?
Yeah, Rory Wright's another one who didn't get enough love. But yeah, Landy's one of these guys who's definitely one of the most underrated players that just didn't get any love. So it's going to be fascinating. The rookie draft could be really exciting. Could be really exciting because it could be like last year. There's probably about 4 or 5 names there that you would have thought would have been gone. My boy. Tell you what, I told you. What did I describe you as? You went to Temu and bought Marcus Bontempelli. So Marcus Bontempelli was like, what, a top 20 pick? Top 10 pick? Temu is probably rookie. So Fremantle, they've passed. Melbourne, they've already passed. Hawthorn have got 15 seconds to make a decision.
Aren't they going to take... Can they take Greaves with this pick?
Hawthorn, let's have a look. How many... They have got 1 live pick. Let's make sure that that's not... They haven't had any bid matches, have you? So that won't be an extra that the AFL have manipulated. Hawthorn's list status...
I was adamant.
They have got the list spot to take 1 more. But you would imagine that they would open them up for rookies, but they have got the list spot. If they want to go 38, they can max out their senior list.
I was just convinced they were utterly in love with Ollie Greaves. They were so depressed when the AFL said that he wasn't in their NGA. Made a big fuss.
But it's what you do in it. Oh, Matty LeRae, the Central District's winger. So this is an intriguing one that he's slidden so late, because as good as old mate Harley Barker was, his nemesis on the right side was
Oh.
Matty Leray. And particularly a good indication.
Both got the blonde locks, Pom.
They both look similar. When you watch them there, they were good. But one thing that's really amazing about Leray is as attacking as Harley Barker was, the defense and the ruggedness came from Leray as well. And I bet probably a better kick than old Harley Barker. So this is a really intriguing one because when I look at Hawthorn, I don't think they have a defensive sided winger per se. They've got really good attacking ones. So that's an intriguing one. And I wonder if the rookie Ollie Greaves tomorrow.
Alice, well done. You nailed that. You've been listening intently.
Grittier, much love. Archie Ludowick, Mitch Marsh. I'm a real big fan of Mitch Marsh. I think that's a really good one. And firstly, thank you for your donation, mate. I'm a big fan. And Ludowick was my boy most of the draft. So I'm really intrigued about him working with Tex Walker. That really excites me. So I think Adelaide, from where you had the picks, it's a really strong hand. I'm surprised you went 2 forwards, but I like your selections. This is going to be intriguing, this, Collingwood, because Collingwood have got the list spot to play. They've taken Tyan Printable. They've got Sam Swadlin. You know what? Fred Rodriguez here would be tasty, would be a really tasty selection.
Yeah, whoever that Collingwood guy who looked at his watch, I feel you.
You know what? AFL opening round sucks. This is actually an intriguing one. I was thinking, is there a way? Do you reckon you can manipulate this? Like, has anyone thought of manipulating this and like Avery Thomas and players like that? Just bring them in. Who's
the first club? Who's the first shrewd club to think of something like that?
I don't know, but it's a great point by you. Like at this, you might as well do it at this stage.
I like it. Well done, AFL opening. I love it.
Angus Anderson was that. I don't even think he's on our list. Tell you what, Colin would have done it again. Where was Angus Anderson on our sheet? Let's have a look. Jesus, that's a Sturt player, isn't it? So, here we are. Fuck me, that's way down. Okay, so 202. That's a note for next year. Go 250 players. But Angus Anderson, the mature age. So they've had great success, Collingwood, with mature players, as we know. Noah House and players like that. Very similar type of mindset here. Playing for Sturt, who I do like watching a little bit, the Sturt dog. Played the whole season this year, just under a goal a game, coming from inside out, slotting across the half-forward line. A real nice 190 as well, bigger body. So this is really intriguing that Ollie Greaves has been left there, because you would say that Anderson would be kind of a version of that guy, if you know what I mean. Would be a version of that guy, but a younger version. They've gone with the mature age version. So intriguing how far Ollie Greaves has slid down the love triangle. That is. Taj Murray still there, my Northern Territories brother. So Port Adelaide are finally on the board. So that is intriguing. Finally on the board. They traded their only pick with points. They stayed till the end. And they finally got a pick. And you know what? I reckon if you said to Port Adelaide, Noah Hibbins-Hargraves would be on the board. Mellor would still be on the board. Creebs, Pickett, Wright. They would have been like, fuck off.
Yeah. Definitely. Surely they take Hibbins-Hargraves. I
don't know. Everyone keeps saying there's rumours about Ollie Greaves. I haven't actually heard any rumours about him.
Jeez, Ben Ruddle looks very odd in the Port Adelaide colours. Jeez.
It does look weird, doesn't it? But there's the past Port Adelaide, as usual, thinking the draft is Mickey Mouse. That's fantastic.
Wow.
So Skilda, we would imagine. I mean, is Skilda going to pick? They've got a live pick if they want it. They've got a live list spot, but you would imagine that this should be them done and dusted.
Yeah, Sammy G, I'm stoked too. He's just got to get really fit now. That's just another thing aside from his accuracy, which can be worked on. But he's just got to get really fit and just work really hard on putting that continual pressure, the repeat efforts over and over. But otherwise, yeah, definitely ticks off one of our list gaps.
Hey, Scotty, much love, man. Look, I like Taylor Byrne. Total different dimension of forward we've got, as I said earlier, more chaotic than controlled. So I'm intrigued by that one. Looking forward to seeing him out. Pie Man. Oh, I saw that. You know what? My conspiracy was, though, his back end year form was just a scam to try and get him dropped there. But you know what? I think he might have like a little Zach Johnson impact. A Zach Johnson impact that he'll go the rookie draft and prove people wrong. Moby, this is what annoys me about people talking about the draft. Like one person said it on the radio, and it's why I was huge on this channel to say, "Shut the fuck up! You've not watched the draft." Like there's talent everywhere, and it's so unfair on these kids. I mean, the fact that Hargraves, a particularly top player, that they haven't been drafted, it kind of dispels the myth. But I like him. Look, Pyman, I like him. I will admit the last 4 weeks of his season did worry me though, but I was happy because I just thought it was a Hawthorn scam. I thought it was a Hawthorn scam to get him dropped down the order. Didn't realise it was even deeper than that. Is it deeper than Bonnie Brew? You know what? I'm more of a Lily Phillips man now as I've got older because because Bonnie Blue looks like she's the kind of person that hugs you to sleep, where Lily Phillips looks like she chats up your best mate while you fall asleep. So
you don't like a little cuddle, Bob?
Nah.
Yeah. Oh no! Nah. Can't believe I'm learning that about you.
What's wrong with Ollie Greaves? So a lot of the rumours, look, his form in the back end was really bad defensive wise. Pyman lets us know though that evidently there was some kind of like teammate issue, which is intriguing.
That's very fun, John. From John, give us an in-depth rundown on Port's draft, please, Pom.
Yeah, so they basically waited 3.5 days to take a pick, and they took 4 minutes 32 to pass the fucker. So well played.
Oh God, I hope there's no Port fans.
Hey, tell you what, the girls and boys of the Sainted Love will be so happy that Ryan Burns has been re-picked up by the St Kilda Football Club. That is absolutely beautiful. That is back. Let's catch up. Sasha Gray. I've only got one word for Sasha Gray. Goat. Goat. Goat.
That sounds like a stripper name.
How would I describe? Academy Award winning actress is Sasha Gray.
All right, so this one's pass. Yeah.
Thoughts of Lana Rhodes? I've never heard of her. CFC. Who's that? We follow what chat says. What are my thoughts on Leon Kickett? Very interesting that Leon Kickett hasn't been picked up. He was highly rated as Fremantle passed their last pick. So a great rookie option, though. Great rookie option.
Do I want to look her up, Bugs Bell? Are you setting me up here? I don't want all my algorithm to start sending me hookers and strippers, and I got enough problems.
No, she's a bona fide actress. She was in what was that film? TV show she was in? Not Ad Men. What's the other one?
Yeah. Thank you, chat, for having my back. Pom's leading me down now the end of the night.
I did no such thing. I
don't believe you.
Entourage. Cheers, Shane. See, look, bona fide TV show. That was nominated. That was Academy nominated, that show. So bona fide actress.
Righto. I'm going to choose. I'm siding with the chat because for once they got my backs. Thank you, chat. Usually Pommy's the one.
And her occupation was she was a baker from memory.
Bullshit! Bullshit!
Well, she did something with her hands.
You said you said that way too quick, Pom. That she was a baker, way too quick.
Oh dear. I love my chat. I love my chat.
Now I totally don't know what to believe. I have this image in my head now of this topless woman wearing an apron. Oh God! All right.
I love chat. Honestly, chat. You are the best chat in the world. Yeah, she's chat. So Jake Stringer has also been picked up in the mock draft.
Jake Stringer, can I take a moment to gloat? Can I just take a moment to gloat of what this would be doing to Jake's ego? I just want to say that.
But it was weird though, because if you actually read like the whole criteria, him and old mate, who was it? Calamachi were the only two that had entered the draft with pre-heavy ideas of their money. So it could be one of the biggest scams ever that he's going to be on quite a high contract.
Yeah.
That's a great one, that McLaren. That's a great one. So Carlton, it looks like pass, which it is. Gold Coast have already passed.
Pick number 60. Now the Dogs.
So this should be it. Tyler Gresham won't be in the... I don't even think Tyler Gresham will get a rookie spot, God bless him. So we're at pick 60 now.
Can we offer you Jade Gresham? Do you want to take Jade Gresham?
Can we not? If that's all right with you.
It's not real. Look, it's not really, but I don't have a choice.
So this should be a pass, this one.
No, Dogs, a pick is in.
Oh, is it picked in?
Pick is in. We wait. Who have they taken?
So they've taken Darcy with their last pick. And if you actually look at Darcy, he almost looks the same as his brother. It's actually scary. Only a slight difference. Now, it's quite intriguing that the difference between him and Sam was that they played in the back line. So that's kind of worrying. He moved down to the back line towards the end of the last season. So that is a kind of an ominous one that we might see these guys have each other play down the back for years to come, and one at the forward line. Could be horrific.
Oh, chat. Man, you made me laugh.
So here we are, Gold Coast now. Pass Gold Coast on the clock. This should be now pretty much the end, because we'll have Collingwood, Brisbane, and Carlton to finish us out. So this should be the end of the draft now. We should be at the end of days, as they say. End of days, as they say.
Yeah, I hear you guys. Yeah. Good night, Wayne.
So pass Collingwood. $5 from Petra. Don't tell Terry this is between us. I think Fiona is way better than Terry. It's been good fun.
You're getting a bit of everything. You're getting a bit of everyone, a bit of everything, a bit of all. Fiona, footy content, porn content, wham content, rapper content. What else are we? A couple of strippers. Mixed bag.
There you are. Cheers, Mac. Much love, man. We've got... So everyone's passing now. I think this is the last pick. by my count. Yeah, here we are, Brisbane, last pick. So,
Yeah. Good night, Alice.
so Brisbane will see us out 61 picks, which is really intriguing as well. So we said what at the start of the show, 55, 58?
Yeah, I think you
So
said today
3
on
more,
the phone 6, yeah.
3 to 5 more if we do it. But intriguing, really intriguing to see the old players come back as well, Ryan Burns and stuff. But that should be us out now. Carlton have already passed. I'm not too sure why they're still on the clock, but
So, Pom,
intriguing.
now that it's done, your number one shock slider that didn't find a home. Number one, give me one. Or the top three. Give me your top three. Go on.
Honestly, look, even over Ollie Greaves, I understand the hype of Ollie Greaves, but Noah Hibbins-Hargraves for me was more of the shock of anyone else because I think he was just so AFL, what people AFL ready type player, dynamic, could kick goals out of nothing, all Australian as a junior. Usually that gives you a guarantee to play in there. So I was shocked with that. Ollie Greaves, I kind of understood there was a lot of noise and hate towards the end of last season, but Hibbins-Hargraves I thought would have been a lock in the top 30 if you'd held a gun to my head.
Yeah, agreed. And even Cal Toomey, since he started dropping the Phantom drafts, I was his name was in all of them. Not to mention, it was crazy that he slid to the second night, let alone not getting picked up.
Yeah, and just genuinely insane for me. Just genuinely insane. I mean, there's loads of players though that you could give shout outs, like Liam Heatherton. Like that was someone that Cal Toomey, even as far as this morning, said that was going to be the doggies' first pick. Fred Rodriguez, insane. I think as well. Jesse Mellor, another All-Australian, didn't get selected, so 2 All-Australians still left on there. So the rookie draft tomorrow, I mean, like you look at the big 8, Rory Wright, Leon Kickett, Ollie Greaves, Noah Hibbins-Hargraves, Fred Rodriguez, Onley, Heatherton, and Mellor. You'd imagine all of them get picked up straight away tomorrow.
Definitely.
Intriguing. McLaren fan. I didn't see him play. I remember it. I'm only 40 years old, so his career was just ending as I was watching. Do you remember him as a commentator, though? Good guy, though. Seems a good guy. So, I mean, that is the draft then, ladies and gentlemen. That is us completed. I'll be back tomorrow with the rookie draft. I'll be doing a recap show tomorrow of the rookie draft. And then aside from that, it's just normal content. But thank you very much, firstly, to Fiona for joining us. Thank you to Damien for the 5 gifted. Make sure you give Damo some love. What a legend he is. Fiona, what have you got going on in the off-season with your channel?
I've just got to get through November for my other business. I'm just going to pump out that. And then come December, lots of Christmas, very stupid, very fun, ridiculous, fun Christmas themed content coming everyone's way. So, yeah, we'll do a bit of that, bit of a recap over our year this year, up and down year. So I'm going to try and pick out some little nuggets of positivity. There weren't many, but the future is certainly looking bright. So I'll try and get down to training and check out how the boys are tracking. I'm trying not to think about Nick Martin because I still can't face that yet. So other than that, yeah. What about you, Paul?
Well, we've got loads of content. We'll be having all the draft roundups for the next week or so, and then after that, we just go straight into our off-season content. Where
would you believe? Sorry, Pom. Tiger time. Would you believe I had a Christmas order this week, and this is like the leftover haul of gingerbread cookies from that order. So these are there is no shortage of cake and cookies everywhere around here. So yes,
yeah. Because if you remember in June, Tiger Time's right. We said we were going to make a gingerbread house.
Oh, we did too. You're right. We
We
did.
need to get that arranged.
Yeah. How would we do that? What are we streaming that? Like, what are we? How are we making that? How was that idea
Yeah,
planted?
we'll teach the world.
Ah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, Southeast Wolf. Yeah, I think so. There were a lot of down moments this year. It wasn't the funnest time to start a YouTube channel, but it's been fucking incredible. I'm not gonna lie. Massive, huge, bigger than I thought. But yeah, hopefully better times ahead. You're welcome,
Well,
Petra.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, make sure you go and give some love. Thank you very much for everyone watching. Thank you for your patience as well. The rookie
Yes.
draft is tomorrow. Remember, it's done by text tomorrow, so it's not like a show. It's just done really quickly. They bash it out in like 5 seconds. So we will have a video of the recap of everything that you've lost, everything you've gained. Be out sometime tomorrow. Next week we've got test 2. We've got the live show for the Ashes. And then a load of content coming around then. So make sure you look after yourselves. Give us a like on the way out. Love you all. Have a great rest of your week. And see you soon. Toodle pip.